Spooky music. You have to watch the TV series for that thing.
Yeah.
Spooky music.
No, that's not how Black Beauty goes. It's do 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 do.
Spooky, spooky.
I hear myself in the background.
Spooky music.
What was Black Beauty about? Was it just like Sharp's horse?
I don't know if we're live. Are we live?
Don't say fuck all bugger.
Are we live on Wumble?
Don't say fuck all bugger and wumble.
Yeah. Are we live on Wumble?
wibblywobblyWumble.com. Let's have a look at Wumble. Hello, Wumble. It says upcoming. I can hear myself in the background.
Oh yeah, it's because I need to put my headphones on.
Once in da 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 do 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 do. Hear myself in the background because Hemmy's not got his headphones on.
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
Are we live?
He goes by now. I don't know, but I like that Talking Head song.
Oh, I think we are live. We're live on Rumble. We're live on Rumble. We're live on D Live for those of you that live in 2016.
D Live, more like D is full of shit and you suck. Live.
Made in USA review has delayed me 4 lemons. I'm now a lemon farmer, Hobbit.
What can you do with that?
Oh, shall I turn the alien? We've got the alien music on because I need to cook my game.
Oh, right, okay.
you know the bit where you're in the docking bay and it's the da 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 da.
Well, I did say to people there was going to be a new theme tune coming, but that's not the new theme tune. No. Same bit like the old theme tune, but it's actually a new theme tune.
Welcome to the old theme tune, just like the new theme tune. No, it's the other way around,
but
isn't it?
It's yeah.
So Fraser dictated the subject for tonight, but he's not here yet because he's shooting up heroin.
It always sounds a bit like Bruce. Do you remember when Bruce was just like, right, lads, talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to KFC.
Yeah, here's an MRA guy. Oh, here's Fraser. He's here.
Hello, spooky friends.
Spooky. Yeah.
Just talk to this stranger I've invited on my show. Ask him if he likes up the bum or not.
What?
Talk about when we used to do shows with Brutus. Talk about the olden times.
Very serious shows with Brutus where we'd mute him on his own stream.
Well, Vinny would mute him, yeah. They were the days, weren't they?
We did it because it was funny and because we didn't like him very much.
So anyway, here we are.
Yeah. Here in my car, I can fart in the seat, then other people smell it because I fart in my car. Da 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 da.
That's we fart in cars.
That's how the Gary Newman song goes, right?
Yeah.
We fart in cars. Da 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 da.
So right, we're going to talk about NASA and how really real everything is in NASA.
Yes.
Who wants to kick
This is heard on again.
I've got it right. I'll open it. Everything NASA does is true and factual, and anybody that says otherwise is just fake news. And that's all you need to know. You don't need to know why NASA is the world's largest producer and procurer of helium. Now go away. Thanks for coming to my Fortean Words talk.
Do you remember that time NASA LOL fed all the moon rocks to cockroaches and the like?
You remember the time when they said, "Oh, you know what? Like the moon needs more tardigrades on the surface."
That wasn't them. It was that was the other the country that are in a lot of trouble at the minute.
You mean not in any trouble whatsoever? And I don't know anything about people.
Yeah.
No, not going to talk about that.
Okay then.
So anyway, we got a clip about NASA, don't we, Hemi?
Nice.
You don't own space. NASA does.
Because I'm feeling
Next.
lazy, I'm just going to play the audio because that's all you need, really, isn't it?
It's all you need.
I'll share the audio.
Whatever number we're on. You know, he's getting all frustrated, and you can go to college and get your little PFD or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't care.
That's
What
Rickyisms.
comes around is all around.
Don't you mean what's
I
all
mean-
around comes around, Ricky?
I'd love to hear the
You can't
rest
leave
of
our
this.
daughter with my father for half an hour.
Well, it's pretty effed up. The last
How long
time
have you
Ray
got
took
away?
character duty, she came home all effed up.
It's the wrong clip.
Some drinks.
Hey, Leahy, knock, knock.
Blame Hemi.
Mr.
I mean,
Stupid Head.
Hemi, stop
Pissing me
it!
off.
Stop!
Give me a fucking
Stop!
timestamp then.
Hemi, it's the wrong clip. That's Rickyisms. It's the one above. NASA owns space.
Right, here we go.
What, free TV?
It's not free. It's like stealing.
Stealing? You guys are beaming a signal in this fucking trailer park with my permission, not me. So I got these little things that pick up that signal from space. How the fuck is that stealing? What, do you own space? No, NASA does.
NASA.
Yep,
NASA.
NASA. NASA. You don't own space. NASA does.
NASA does.
Trailer Park Boys used to be a funny show, but then Mike Clattenburg left, and now it sucks.
And now someone's dead.
Oh, also, rest in peace. Yeah, you can't have it without Mr. Leahy. It's just not the same.
Yeah.
Right, so the reason why we're talking about NASA is
NASA.
Because they own space. You don't. NASA does.
So was it on the 15th? I think it was 15th of February. They launched the Odysseus lunar rover lander.
It's
Which
totally
is-
real, guys.
Yeah, and well, should we go over it? I can read the article if you want me to read the
What date
Yeah.
you saying? I'm just going to check their tweets.
15th. I think
Ba, ba,
15th.
ba, ba.
It was delayed a day. They were meant to go on the 14th, but
Oh, I
It
saw
got
that while I
delayed.
was flicking through. I was having a look at. Blimey, they put a lot of shit on their website. Most of it's CGI stuff that they made up.
The challenge with NASA
No,
is
that's
just
really-
getting
the
stuff-
real
really
Hemming.
real
Show-
picture of the galaxy that we made up, and they literally tell you on there that they made it up.
the NASA challenge is spot the thing which isn't a CGI fake.
Yeah. Like an arrow from Cupid's bow, the next commercial lunar delivery wings its way to the moon. 6 of our science and technology instruments are headed for the lunar southern highlands.
And here we see the lunar southern highlands, where we will be exploring the tardigrades and how they've adapted to the lunar surface.
Do they have lunar southern heroin? Or do they have lunar southern ice cream gangs, do in the lunar southern highlands?
I think we need a
Oh.
clearance. You know.
Oh, you're talking about how in Scotland they had the ice cream wars.
Yes.
Yeah,
Highlands.
And the
you know.
Highland clearance. You know, there's just sheep there now. That's it.
yeah.
They've all been moved to the lunar colony. You know, moon bases that NASA totally have, right?
Alpha Ceti 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those places they go to.
Yeah. Chats are absolutely dead tonight.
I know.
Yeah. Well, they come here for the Thursday show. They're
Exactly.
all busy on Friday, aren't they?
Yeah.
Breathing in that helium gas which NASA owns. You don't own helium. NASA does.
NASA does.
Yeah, NASA does.
Anyway, what else have we...
Right. So I think where's this from? Forbes. Do you want me to read the Forbes article on this?
Yeah, go on then. Chuck it in
This
the
is
chat.
the most normie take on it. Okay. Right. Do you want me to chuck it in the chat?
Where are you chucking it in here?
Yeah. In the
Normies. Normies.
Oh, we've still got a NASA
Do you
channel
normal
in here.
thing?
What did we talk about last
Oh
time?
yeah. What did we talk about?
We talked about. I hope we
Oh,
talked
Did we
true,
talk
about.
about telescopes? I love the cope about the telescope.
Ah,
You can't see the
Don't you
telescope.
Don't you mean space telescopes?
Space telescope.
Yes,
Yeah.
because people might be confused as to what sort of telescopes one was referring to.
Well, there obviously are regular and normal space
What's this?
telescopes.
Has NASA been lying to us? 15 reasons
Nope.
they might be.
Nope, next question.
Yep.
Next question.
Snopes has
That's not
officially
sorted.
fact-checked that as a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. It was on the richest. It's a 404. That's funny. Yeah. So let's read what Forbes has to say about this. Okay. So here's which private moon
NASA,
missions
the
are
world's
next.
most trustworthy institution ever.
So they're talking about this Odysseus mission. The title is "Here's which private moon missions are next after Intuitive Machines Odysseus makes historic commercial landing." That's right, guys.
See, they
Get
should
ready
have called it the Ulysses mission
Coca-Cola.
instead.
Yeah, Coca-Cola in space coming soon.
Ulysses.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
mean-
that would have been cool. And they're not going to do anything cool.
Could have
But
said,
this is it. Like, is anyone still waiting on the Richard Branning, Virgin,
Richard
galactic
Branson.
fucking-
yeah, you mean the
Yeah.
you mean the suborbital flight that everyone's paid money for,
Paid
even
for.
that geezer out of even that geezer out of NSYNC. He really should be he really should be trying to get his money back right now.
Yeah, I know. Right? It's like, when's that happening? Oh, that was like 20 years ago. I remember that. Yeah, so top line is
I
the Intuitive
remember
Machines.
when-
This is a company landed the first privately built spacecraft on the moon Thursday. First American vehicle to accomplish the feat in decades. Part of NASA's
How did you
nascent.
find private?
NASA.
Elon hasn't landed on the moon yet, has he? So
NASA.
No, he hasn't. But they used one of his Falcon 9 rockets to get there, right? Nascent public-private program of launchers to grow the emerging space economy and lay groundwork.
Does that mean they're going to have
for
space
space
immigrants
Yeah.
undercutting space wages?
Yeah.
You mean
Right.
arse
Proper
deeps?
economy.
Yeah. So I guess sometime in the future we're gonna have miners go to the moon, and you'll be, I don't know.
Fucking Martians owning all the corner shops.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Damn Martians. So the key facts: Houston-based Intuitive Machines achieved a soft touchdown on the lunar surface with its
touchdown?
soft. I guess they didn't hit it hard, right?
Yeah, you can't, can you? Kick dust everywhere.
Odysseus, after the vehicle blasted off atop SpaceX's Falcon 9 rocket on February 15th, following delays to its scheduled Valentine's Day launch due to methane fuel problems. The mission
So,
called...
are we saying that NASA had a problem because of bullshit?
Cow shit. That was it, yeah.
Rap.
I didn't know this was the India space program.
Oh yeah, that was
India
This
Poo
is-
Power 2020.
NASA runs on bullshit. The Indian space
Do you
program.
remember?
runs
Do you remember the
on
Hoist Hobbit? Do you remember the Hoist on JDLE? Do you remember that?
Ramen.
250,000 rupees worth of shite that those two blokes stole from that warehouse.
Oh God, yeah. I saw a recent heist story from India, where they came round to pave this road in some remote Indian village, and then they stole the road. And it's like, you see, I was talking with someone about honesty boxes. Never mind
Is there
honesty
a big
box.
second-hand road market in India? Is there?
Well, I don't know if they're going to use the materials to patch up walls or something. But it's like, never mind honesty boxes in these countries. You can't even put a road down without someone nicking it.
You can't even store your shit in a fucking warehouse, can you?
No, you cannot.
So the mission called IM-1 was second of a series of lunar ventures planned as part of NASA's commercial...
IM-1 was the second.
Yeah.
Shouldn't that be IM-2 then?
Well, maybe it's
What was the
IM-0. Right?
Yeah,
There you
zero's
go,
a
I mean.
number.
Who
Blow the fuck
designates it
out.
IM-0?
Idiots do.
No wonder they taped over the moon landing.
Trendy hipsters with a man bun.
Yeah.
So, the Commercial Lunar Payload Services CLPS program, a public-private initiative, the agency hopes will develop the space economy, bring down costs, and make 2 lunar deliveries each year. What are they delivering? Pizza.
Yeah.
Food for the tardigrades
Yeah.
that Israel dropped there.
You said-
They're feeding the tardigrades.
They're feeding the fucking the Japanese and the
moon
Chinese
bears.
space.
What do they call them? Water
Yeah.
bears. What do they call them? Water bears or something?
They're turning the freaking tardigrades gay.
Yeah. What's the other name for them? Is it like water bears or something?
don't know.
Parasites.
Yeah.
The sort that cling inside your dick hole.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't think they do.
Yeah. Do you want to put a tardigrade in there?
Cling onto your bum hair, I think.
No, they burrow inside your pee hole.
I think that's a fish. I don't think. I think you got mixed up with something.
Look, I don't make up the parasite rules, okay? All parasites cling inside your dick hole. That's science fact. I saw it on Snopes.
so
Water bears. That's the other name.
this payload it was carrying five science experiments for NASA, as well as 4 commercial payloads, including sculptures from artists.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're delivering pedo tokens to the moon, are they?
They're delivering
Advanced-
sculptures to
The
the moon.
advanced
for some
scouting
reason.
party to see if there's any kids on the
Yeah.
moon, are they?
Fuck's sake.
Is there a big
Hobbit, do you wanna
demand for
explain to
like?
the audience why we say that art is pedo tokens?
I mean, where do you want to start with the fact the sculptures literally look like children being abused, or
Well, it's just purely the it's a way of moving money around.
well, yeah, there's that too. Yeah, and then they got the strange Wayfair like cupboards, which cost like $10,000 each,
with child
and they got the names of children which have gone missing.
So they're delivering sculptures from an artist. Jeff Koons and the target of the moon's South Pole region, same area as the agent hopes to land astronauts as a part of his Artemis program in the near future. That's not going to happen.
Well, hold on. This is going to blow your mind. Can the moon have a pole? Is it magnetic then?
No, supposedly not.
So how can you drop it at the South Pole, or they've just
it's
arbitrarily
the hemisphere.
named a part of the moon the South Pole?
Well, you can have a geographic pole, can't you?
Of course, guys. Yeah. Right? Just so we don't get any of these damn flat earthers or
damn
anyone
globe
like
earthers.
that. Yeah, these people with their Nikon P1000s, right, trying to take a thing, a picture of this sculpture on the moon. No, they're on the dark side, okay, the side we can't see. So try proving it. Try proving this false, okay? Right?
Oh, we totally put these statues and sculptures here. Yeah, they're totally real, guys. No, you can't see them because it's on the dark side.
It's funny. There's an identical one in Greenland.
Yeah. Like, come on, guys. We don't want to put to bed this idea that you can land things on the moon and land it on the light side. Obviously, the side that the sun shines on, because that'd be too easy, right? We've got to go on the dark side for some reason.
Yeah, we ain't been there for years, but we'll just go to the bit we don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So the Pittsburgh-based
let's hope it don't end like Apollo 13. Do you remember that one?
Oh, that was a good one.
Fucking garbage. You say Apollo 13 was the found footage
yeah,
gloopy monster, wasn't it?
My name's Tom Hanks, Forrest Gump, and I'm an astronaut.
No, it's Apollo 13's the horror one, Hobbit. You're not seeing that?
No, I mean Tom Hanks is in it.
He isn't. Not Apollo 13. Apollo 13's the found footage low budget horror one.
Yeah, right. So with this technology, they attempt to its own moon landing in November.
There's a film called Apollo 13, and it's a horror one.
And I went to the cinema to watch it with my dad, and Tom Hanks was in it.
Yeah, Tom Hanks is in it, right?
No, that's not Apollo 13, is it? Which is the found footage horror?
That's
I don't care about that one.
I don't know. There's one
Apollo 13, 1995, Tom Hanks and Bill Paxton.
Are you not from this universe, Hemi? Are you from the other?
Director Ron Howard.
Sunshine.
Are you having?
Are you thinking about Sunshine?
No, you're talking
That's a
about
fucking shit movie.
Yeah,
I hated
talking about
it.
Apollo 11, aren't you?
I am talking about Apollo 13, 1995, starring Tom
It's okay,
Hanks and Bill
everyone.
Paxton.
Hemi's just from another man.
Directed by Ron Howard. Your fucking alternative timeline shit, Hemi.
It must
Either
be
that or
Apollo
he's gone
14. There's
senile.
a found footage horror film where they go to the moon and it's a gloopy black monster.
Moon.
Yeah. No.
Is that Moon?
Yeah. Moon, the one where they keep cloning the same guy
Apollo
over and
18.
over. When you...
There we go. Apollo 18. I've found it.
Well, as Brutus would say, 18, 13, same difference.
Well, you've got to, haven't you?
Oh,
Yeah,
he
it's
was
Apollo 18.
disgusting, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
He quite often got 13 and 18 mixed up, didn't
Again, I think the other thing he liked to say, if there's grass on the pitch, let's play. Never saw him play cricket.
he? Yeah.
We put grass on the moon.
And send him there.
If you want to watch a found footage horror film about two blokes on the moon that get eaten by a... I think it's
which
like,
doesn't
I think
star
it looks
Tom
like Venom.
Hanks.
It's like a
Blair
goofy
Witch
thing.
moon version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Ring
So,
in space.
yeah. So what do these Pittsburgh-based astrobiotic technology company is set to attempt its own moon landing in November as part of the Collapse program, with a flight scheduled to deliver a water hunting rover, Viper, for NASA near the lunar South Pole.
You don't own space, NASA does.
Yeah. So they're going to go water hunting in November, right?
Well, they might
fuel
find the
leak
water
ended-
bears that Israel dumped
Yeah.
on there. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Hardy grades.
Yes.
So, a fuel leak ended Pittsburgh-based Astrobiotic Technologies' hopes of becoming the first private company to successfully land on the moon in January.
Hey, just briefly, right? You know when Israel's launching its moon towards the thing? Was it playing that song from Mel Brooks's film Jews in Space?
Yeah.
With Jews out in space.
I miss Mel Brooks. You'll never get a film like
Blazing Saddles again.
Blazing Saddles again, will you?
No. I think The Producers was very good. Was that Mel Brooks?
I've never seen The Producers, but yes, it is.
Have you not? It's got Gene Wilder in it, and it's got some fat bloke I don't recognise. It's very good.
Speaking of space, would you rather have Alf or E.T. living with you at home?
Oh, I'd rather have Alf.
Yeah.
I mean, he seems like someone you could have beers with.
Yeah.
E.T. would be like, no, bad
give
touch.
Yeah. He got pissed up and fell in a ditch, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
He phone home. It's like, shut up, E.T., you're drunk again.
E.T. Yeah, problem with E.T. is like he's a lightweight, takes him one can to get pissed, but you get pissed as well because he's some sort of parasite that leaches into your brain, isn't he?
Well, he sort of does like a contact high, but with like booze. So like he has one light beer, and now you're hungover.
They both get drunk. He gets drunk at home, and Elliot gets drunk in school.
Yes,
because he's a weird.
Oh no, I don't.
Parasite. Do you not remember? Do you not remember that? That was part of the problem that Elliot starts dying as well because E.T. E.T. does, doesn't he?
I don't remember much. I remember there was this like inflatable walkway which I thought was kind of cool. And the other bit,
the
other bit which I thought
when the CIA come and shut it all down.
Well, the other bit which I thought was really cool, and I didn't know it was like an actual thing, was the speak and spell. It's like, you mean got this toy where you type into it and it will say "Lola Chopper Bad Sex"?
I think it would say "fuck off" as well. I think you could type.
Yeah. You write anything into it. So if you put "Lola Chopper Butt Sex" into it, that's what it will say. The speak and spell by Mattel. Get yours today. So anyway, as you were saying about the Pittsburgh Jews in space.
Yeah. So, well, basically, that's just like, okay. So they launched this rover to the moon. It supposedly, touched down safe and sound. It's just there was a picture. I don't know if you can get it up, Hemi.
When Goyim attack, we give them a slap, we send them right back on their way.
You know the one of the squibbly squabbly earth of is it that one?
Hold
No,
on.
it's
I've got
it's two
Are
of
you
them,
talking about
it's
Skibbity Earth Toilet?
Skibbity,
Yeah,
skibbity,
no.
skibbity.
Yeah, so supposedly there was a photo taken, and that's the one with Australia, but I want to highlight the other one as well. Right, so there's this picture of Australia that's
Totally
like,
real and not fake.
yeah. I mean, how does anyone look at that and say that's real? I can tell that's CGI. Like,
We can
Well,
have a
you're
special
just-
guest.
oh,
You're
Who's
just
that?
deluded.
No, Clown X wants to come on.
Oh, cool. Yeah, okay, we can have them about NASA. I was just thinking, like, Stephen J. Ames. We're proud of you, Steve. That's
Steven's gonna be quaking,
Well, he loves the NASA episodes.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
When you said we could have a special guest on, I thought we were talking about Steve.
Yeah, I would get him on, but he's a vagina.
Well, he's very busy with his jiu-jitsu classes.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, where's what you wanted me to put something up?
Where's Wally?
This has completely put me off.
It's the Intuitive Machines screenshot thing, picture.
Where is it?
It's in. Put in Discord. Shall I put in NASA?
NASA. You don't own space. NASA does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the.
Oh, you put it in NASA. Okay.
Yeah, I put it in NASA. Yeah, so it's there. That's the one. This was supposedly taken from the Falcon rocket, I guess.
It was taken from what? What the? Why is there so much fucking bull eye on that?
What? No, that's not a fisheye lens. What are you on about, Hemi?
Well, no, on that's. Has that lander been in a bit of a fender bender?
What are you on about? That can't be it. That's not a fisheye lens. What are you on about?
What fisheye lens? That's no fisheye lens.
I just, whenever you talk about fisheye lens, I keep thinking of that Benny Hill music with like pets under a fisheye lens.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know if you can actually zoom. Can you actually zoom in on that picture for us on the Earth, or?
Yeah, I can.
Try and zoom into it.
And then what do you want to?
So I want to take a beautiful look at the Philippines. Right,
Right, hold on a sec. That's about as much as I can zoom in.
Right. Okay.
I mean, what's that blob supposed to be? Oh, that's so.
Right.
Australia is like as big as one side of the Earth, and is it?
Well, not only that, but I don't know if you know your geography, right? But we see that big cloud in the middle there, just above the north of Australia.
Yeah.
That's where Papua New Guinea is, right?
I was just about to ask, what's bigger, Australia or North Korea?
Well, there's no sign of Japan should be above that as well, shouldn't it?
No. That's quite a ways away. We're the surrounding islands. So there's Papua New Guinea to the north,
Tasmania,
and then there's the island.
Radio Tasmania.
You can't see that really. No, it's covered by clouds. Convenient that, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm interested in is the islands, the Indonesian islands, right? That should be all the way to the northwest of that picture, right? And the Philippines, and they are nowhere to be seen anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you know how big, I think it's Borneo is, the big island of the Indonesian islands. But it's not there, right?
Burkina Faso.
You want to get up a map of Google.
That's what I'm trying to do. Just a regular globe, what it should look like.
Yeah, just get what it should look like. Yeah. Right.
Burkina Faso.
I'll tell you, I'll go for a. Save images. Save. Add in another image.
We do a side-by-side comparison.
Yeah, I shall do a little picture-in-picture.
Nice. So yeah, you'll see in a minute. It's blatantly obvious that someone forgot that. Right. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
He is.
It's Clown X.
Clown X.
It's our
talking about
returning
some other clowns.
special
We're talking about
guest.
these NASA clowns, Clown X.
Fuck it. How are you guys?
Yeah, just a little bit to the like.
I'm not sure if you've ever seen Trailer Park Boys, Clown, but we're just talking about how you don't own space, NASA does.
A bit bigger. Make it a bit bigger. Make it a bit bigger.
You want it a bit bigger? I've done it so I don't go over the globe.
Well, no, I want it to go over the globe so you can then move it back and forth so you can see that like there is clearly island.
So the Earth would have to be that big. So that's the same size. Hold on, a bit. I think it's got to go a bit bigger.
Yeah.
So that's is that about the size of Australia, or is it a bit bigger than that?
Bit bigger.
No, a bit too big.
Yeah,
Make
that's
it
about
huge.
I'd say that's about it, right?
I think such small. So about that sort of size.
Yeah.
That's how big the Earth would have to be.
I was trying to hear. So Hobbit was saying that America is controlled by NASA or something, or did I fuck that up?
No, NASA owns space.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So
Oh, okay.
leave that there for a second and move it away. Like you can clearly tell that cloud bank is not covering where that island should be. Right. You see that blue bit in the middle there, that square kind of in the middle. Where
so
that
you've got
is?
Indonesia, and you've also so the Philippines, Indonesia. I can't see what that other place is, but like you should be able to
Malaysia.
You should definitely see Indonesia, the Philippines.
In the top right corner of that globe, you should start seeing. You should start seeing Southeast Asia.
Off the edge there, you can't see New Zealand.
New Guinea. You should see New Guinea. So New Guinea's that big island that's straight up above it. You've got all the Indonesian islands. You've got the bigger one of the Indonesian islands. Philippines. Like none of
Not to be confused with Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso.
Like, where are the islands gone? So some clown at fucking this thing is like left out like half of the Indonesian island. Like,
yeah, what's wrong with that?
Well,
why are you being
other than pointing out how big Australia is compared to
just because a globe and a real photograph of our world happens to be different doesn't disprove globe Earth.
Yeah,
you'll have to try. Nice try, FBI.
So if anyone could I don't know, tell me where fucking New Guinea went. I'd love to know.
Dude, where's my New Guinea?
Yeah,
New Guinea is fake news.
Just like Finland, does it not exist?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Who says Finland doesn't exist?
There is actually a conspiracy that says that Finland doesn't exist.
Oh, is this like Belgium's not a real country?
No, there's people that
actually believe
Belgium
isn't a real
doesn't
country.
exist.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Australia as well. They just think everyone in Australia is an actor. I mean,
yeah.
Well, they're crisis actors.
They've all been on Neighbours or Cell Block H.
I was going to say you know what? There's probably I'm more inclined to believe in this than the other stuff.
Sorry, I just can't laugh at it. Just. Can you expect people to believe this? This is it. This is anyone's like, yeah, that's real, man. That's definitely a photo of the Earth. Definitely.
Why wouldn't you believe this?
Yeah, it's just you're a mug if you believe this. Like seriously.
It sounds like you're very bored and you've got nothing
but
better
NASA
to do.
owns space. Like,
yeah,
we know this. It is fact.
You don't own space. NASA does.
Yeah. NASA even say there's space for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In Israel.
In Israel.
In Africa. To be fair, Hobbit, I did show
in
you
Burkina Faso
earlier. He doesn't look like a human, does he?
Yeah.
I was going to ask
if I bring up my semi good BitChute channel.
Yeah.
It's only half good.
It would be Stash 368.
So Stash 368 on BitChute is Clown X's channel, but it's only half good.
Yeah.
It's not whole good.
The reason why I'm bringing it up and I feel insecure is because I'm constantly getting into fights with the Protestants on there, and I hope you guys can forgive me as a Roman Catholic scum.
American Protestants are crazy. They don't count as Christian.
But they
don't
can't
know
even
why.
tell me off correctly.
C of E is the one true religion.
I'm a Catholic as well, and I find there's some very interesting.
And I'm from Buenos Aires, and I say kill them all.
Yeah, there's some very interesting statements made by Protestants about. Let me tell you about your religion. It's like, oh, I'm all ears. Please tell me more about the religion which I ascribe to, which you don't.
But I gotta give them credit, the British Protestant, the American, the hard work and building up and shit. But I just feel like they bow to the man, like in the end of the, like they do so much good stuff and they fuck themselves. Is guessing what I'm trying to say.
What I would like to say here for the public and legal record is such a dumb phrase, but. Now, you see, Church of England is not Protestantism.
No.
It's Catholicism without the Pope.
Which is the only good Catholicism.
Well, the fact is, but before we, and actually as a easy for you to say.
Adventist.
No. As a guy who's like Christian, but opposes the Pope, is Sedevacantalist. There we go. Sedevacantalism is the sect of Catholicism which doesn't recognise the Pope as the true leader of the Catholic Church, because he's not. He's an usurper, and he's done many un-Catholic, un-Christian things. So anyway, my point about that is, I, as a Sedevacantalist, approve of the Church of England, being that they are more Catholic than well, okay, let's not get into that, shall we? Just, anyway, NASA doesn't own the Church of England. God does.
What's NASA?
Shall we play the Ricky clip for him?
No, we'll show him later.
Okay.
NASA is a mispronunciation of NASA.
Oh, okay. I like that.
I'm not sure if you've ever watched Trailer Park Boys, but Ricky was like explaining to the cable man that he's not stealing satellite. The satellite's beaming over his trailer park without his permission.
Okay. NASA.
It's like, you don't own space, NASA does.
If you want to put Exhibit 2...
what we got next?
We have Wonky Wobbly Earth.
Wobbly Earth. I like Wobbly Earth.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the plot to...
did you think that the Earth was perfectly round?
No, because I believe it's flat.
That's simple.
Yeah, and it's true. It's based on the word of God.
I think we finally... just so many Earths. How do I hold all these balls?
Oh, God.
But which Earth is the real one?
There we go.
Lisa.
Whose Earth is it anyway?
Yeah.
Hide that one. Do that one.
And show the new Earth.
Hemi, are you going to do another James Shelby Downard this year or this season? Or
not unless Zero comes back, because I don't know anything about him.
Oh, okay.
Zero, come back!
Zero,
I fucking love the intro he made with you guys. Hellraiser. Sorry.
I really
the Hellraiser.
Like the 14 emails enough.
Zero, come back. Do.
Well, did the OTO take him back
oh
to get kidnapped?
You gotta do recognition thing to get into Proton now.
Oh no.
Oh, what? Well, you have to show a Woody print.
No, you have to put a thingy piece.
Phone number.
Jigsaw piece.
A ring piece.
A ring piece.
Yeah. All
I
right,
gotta
then.
go walk dogs for my fucking job, you guys. But if you get to
Alright,
the
man.
Dash 368, I have a movie kind of. I don't know how good it is. It's like H.P. Lovecraft meets karate kung fu movies. It's pretty bad, but it might be fun. I'll have
Stash
trailers on
is
there.
an amateur thespian, and you can see him in a number of movies.
You can find him in
Thank
a
you,
number
my-
of places.
Yes.
I'm not that bad. I'm a pretty good actor. I'm improving. Damn it.
You James Bond weren't bad, mate.
The James Bond film, that was
Mm.
pretty funny, kind of. No, I don't know.
Doctor No Way Man.
The spy films I did and shit. Yeah.
The Spy Who Bummed Me.
How bad is it there now? Do you guys have to fight off migrants to get to the lorry, to the fucking tube, whatever?
I wish I could speak more about it on Fortean Words, but there was a tale of a dentist. Let's just say
you tried to get to the dentist, got attacked or something.
Honestly, I went to the dentist. It would have been better if I just operated on my own teeth.
You're on that level now.
Well, you know that really
Just where we are.
crap, boring Clint Eastwood film, Any Which Way But Loose.
Yeah, I love his work, but not that. But yeah,
And do you remember the orangutan in it?
yeah.
That orangutan would probably be a better dentist than whatever that fucking ape is in my dentist office. I would trust that ape with pulling my teeth out, that orangutan, more than whoever they got in there. And even the receptionist is like, yeah, all the good dentists have left now. I was like, oh, thanks. I gathered that.
Without going into detail, if you're on a non-secure show today, what's bothering me is that I don't even have anybody I can complain to about the. I guess
why would you want to complain? Stop being a bigot.
Over here in New America or whatever, we ripped it off from you guys, whatever this place is called.
What's the matter? You don't like all the new food? Are you some sort of bigot or something? Clown.
I deny everything and I confirm
You
everything.
got a diverse, huge range of food now. What's wrong with that?
Yeah. And you just think, all the Uber Eats that Arshdeep can deliver to you. We love our Arshdeep on here. We got the best Deliveroo drivers, haven't we, guys?
Mm.
You got the AI. We got the AI. You know,
the best Deliveroo drivers pennies can buy.
Wait, aren't all your delivery drivers robots over in America, though? Like in Amazon drones?
No, that's just all the SSRIs the delivery drivers are on.
Oh, you know what's crazy is the Amazon, in terms of delivery, Amazon has now eclipsed the FedEx, UPS, and the post office somehow. There's these gray trucks everywhere.
I mean, the self-driving ones.
Not yet, but it's going to happen.
My favourite statement about that was the Federal Reserve is as federal as the FedEx.
Yeah, absolutely.
And for some reason that was sort of stuck in my mind. Like, oh, is that part of the government as well? It's like, because you see over here, Royal Mail, it's not part of the government, but it is part of the government. Does that make sense?
Oh, shit, really? I thought that was totally your government.
Well, the thing is, you'd think with a place like Royal Mail and the seal of the crown on it, it would be like, oh yeah, that's the government and the crown and all that. But no, it's actually its own private company. It's I don't quite know how to explain it. I wish somebody else. Oh, Chaos243's in the chat. He says greetings.
Mm.
Greetings to you, Chaos243.
We've caught everybody off guard, I think.
Yeah.
What's the over-under that America is not going to have an election this year?
Did it have an election last time?
Not really.
Implying you
but
had
even
before.
Yeah,
like
implying.
not even a fake one.
What do you want elections for? That's undemocratic.
I know.
the last time America had a democratic election, it elected the wrong leader, and that wasn't very democratic of you. Because the last time we had a democratic referendum in this country, you voted the wrong way. So anyway, why does NASA own all the world's helium supply? What's up with that? Why are they so interested in having all the helium? I mean, surely with all those rocket ships, they don't need like helium balloons to get up there.
I mean,
So why would they?
It's not like the satellites are attached to those helium balloons, right?
Well, no, because the satellites go up on the rocket ship, so that's why they do all those rockets that go whiz, boom, bang to the moon.
Anyway, going to my work, you guys. I'll give a shout out to Zero on my awesome BitChute Stash
Everyone should give a
368
shout out
channel.
to Zero. We want him back.
Yeah.
Do you still do the Hellraiser intro? I thought that was a great idea. It's a good intro.
Well, I made a new intro
about it. I did the remix of it.
Oh, I like it.
Zero did it and Hobbit did it, but then Hobbit don't like it no more. And
because it was literally just something I did as throwaway. Like the first day I got
not your bit, Hobbit, Zero's bit.
Oh, that, yeah. Yeah, well, hey, I put Zero's bit into my remix, and it's even better. Yeah, because I did it.
I need a theme song for my kung fu movie. I don't know what the fuck to do, like a techno thing. It's just going to say like zombie versus karate, but I don't know. I have to.
You should just like copy the music from Blade. You know the midnight rave scene.
Oh, Blade 1 or 2.
The one where the sprinklers have all the blood in it.
Yeah, it's New
Oh,
Order.
yeah,
the song's New Order
one.
Confusion Pump Panel Remix.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that's yeah. New Order. That witch lady did one of the videos. You know the weird witch lady, Caribbean lady, Maria Abramovich or something.
That one weird witch lady.
Yeah,
that narrows it down to all of them.
Weird dude.
You know the one weird rich lady.
I would say what you like about Isabel Rothschild, but she's really down to earth. She is. I was reading this thing like top 10 rich people that own ordinary cars, and one of them was like the head of Walmart, the mum in it, and she drives like a bog standard Ford F-150, which is like. Is that the most popular vehicle in the United States, or is it just the most popular pickup truck?
Oh, Hobbit.
Oh, God.
There's some sad news for the British. John
but that's not a pickup truck.
Do you remember? I'll say Ashley, lad. Do you remember Fred the Butcher? From Coronation Street.
Oh, no, I never watched
guys,
Corrie.
I didn't interrupt the show too much. I'm glad. Great to hear you. Great to hear you.
Yeah, you too.
Take care, guys.
See you later.
Yeah. All right. I got this new phone and it wants to advertise with it, and it was like, it looked like something that says, like something about like, your battery, and here's tips to improve battery life, and it's like, hey. Instead of using one of the popular browsers like Chrome, Firefox, or you can get Edge on Android now, it was like, do you want to use the Me browser? It's like, no. Sorry, China, you'll have to get my data another way.
Right then, Fraser.
Right. And now back to our scheduled broadcast.
So what's up with all that helium that NASA owns? You don't own it. NASA does.
No.
NASA does.
Right. So we're back to Exhibit Your Honor. We're back to Exhibit B. This is a picture of the Earth. Now, Your Honor, I don't know if you can.
What do you notice about the curvature of the Earth, Hobbit?
It doesn't line up with that globe. I mean, are you telling me the cartographers? You know, the other thing I remember about like cartography and globe makers.
No, Hobbit, get your finger.
The new picture I put up.
No, the new picture on the screen, right?
Oh.
This is for the audience, the ones who.
Sorry, I'm looking at Rumble,
eyes,
which for some reason is just like, oh, you don't want to see the current stream, so I'll just show you like 10 minutes before.
That's probably best.
It keeps dropping back.
Why is the International Space Station bendy, or is that just the fisheye lens?
Right, okay. Excluding the fisheye lenses, get your finger.
Are there actually any fisheye lenses left on Earth, or are they all in space currently?
They're probably all in space.
I'm not taking my finger out my nose. I got an itchy bogey in there.
Right, so if you put your finger on the left side of the screen and you follow it round, is there anything you notice about the curvature of the Earth?
I mean, it's like what am I supposed to say? I mean, this image is it's as bent as the fuselage of the ISS.
So, as we can see here, as you go towards the middle of the screen from the left-hand side, it starts curving at a certain rate. And then it suddenly flattens out, and it starts curving a little bit again. And then we get down to where the, I don't know what we call this, solar panel thing is on the right-hand side here. The Earth suddenly, jumps up a bit in a hump. I think we found the humpy water right here. And, it just... yeah.
It just sounds like you don't know how photography works, and you're an idiot conspiracy theorist, and you're a loon. You don't know what you're talking about. Obviously, this is a real photograph. Why would they lie to us? Oh, my favourite. If they were lying to us, then Russia would tell us so, because we often listen to stuff that Russia says, don't we?
Yeah.
There's plenty of communication.
We're not allowed to watch Russia Today anymore, are we?
Yeah, there's plenty of communication between Russia and the West. So obviously, like BBC fact check, BBC Verify. They often say, "Well, we'll just go to see the Russians," and the Russians agree with it.
To you, Hobbit?
You see, last time I was with her, I lasted about 30 seconds. She said I was the longest she's ever had.
It might have been.
And
she's a very sexy girl.
I just wanted to point out the inconsistency with the shape of the Earth on this one. This was taken from the
inconsistency, do you, Fraser? I think you're a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah. And this was taken from the ISS. Now, Hemi, if you bring up Exhibit C, which is the one below it in the.
I don't know. It sounds like you've had a bit too much Discord, sir. I'm going to have to ask you to step away from the microphone and blow into this breathalyzer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want a blood test as well? Like how much I'm fucking. Yes. So that was taken from the ISS. The next one is also taken from the ISS.
Where's half of Earth gone?
Well, right.
The answer is never your mind.
Okay, now if we like.
I know what Stevie James, but you haven't heard of the rare effect where if you look out of portholes, half of the Earth goes missing. That's a very common effect that happens all of the time.
And if you squint your eyes,
this is taken from inside the ISS, right? Supposedly, right?
I know you say where's half of Earth gone, but the nice thing is you sort of follow the line around. It's like, oh look, it's open space. So what's this blue bit here?
Well, one of the copes I've heard is, well, that's the dark side of the Earth.
Yes, where you can see stars, and those aren't stars. That's just the astronauts' dandruff on the porthole. Yeah.
Except, guys, you can as you can see the light.
But I thought Earth was so bright that you couldn't see stars from space.
Well,
then you thought wrong.
Those are bubbles, guys. Those are bubbles, right? They're not dandruff. They're not stars. They're bubbles. Okay.
Why would there be bubbles in space?
Because it makes the glass weaker. Because you don't need high pressure glass in space.
It's in the swimming pool.
Swimming pool? Well, wait, I thought we were talking about space. What are you talking about swimming pools for? This is just sounding less and less believable.
Right, so this is from the inside of the ISS, like facing the Earth, right? And
ISIS?
last
What have they got to do with this?
ISIS. Oh, you not seen that thing about ISIS in space and like environmental terrorism?
ISIS in space.
Yeah,
ISIS in space.
right. So
Doing terrorism a la Jalad.
So okay. So if that is the dark side of the Earth, right? Okay, that we can't see any city lights or anything like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Because they're too dim to be seen in space. On the dark
Earth's
side.
so bright it blots out fucking stars. Do you not know this, Hobbit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
but look at how big the Earth is there from the inside, and then if you go back to the previous one, you'll see that how big the Earth is from the outside. Now, that shouldn't be the case. That porthole there is on the side facing the Earth, right? The picture taken from behind the ISS is obviously much further back, and the Earth is twice as big there. So, if this photo was taken from inside, the Earth should be massive. In fact, there should be probably no blackness of space, right, around it, and yet it's tiny. So, again, another inconsistency of these pictures of Earth that maybe should start people, scratching their heads and saying, "Well, hold on, how do you get that?"
No, you're just a racist homophobic bigot, Fraser. That's why you're getting all this
space
wrong.
bigot. That's yeah. That's right.
Space bigotry in space. We're bigots in space.
The Hubble telescope's got its own NASA page.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, come on, it is kind of like one of the famous NASA things.
Remember that time they took a picture of a question mark in space? Remember that?
No.
Have you not seen that picture? Oh God.
What?
To be fair, they don't say they're photographs. They do actually call them images.
Well, that's how they get you.
Well, that's a weasel word, if ever I heard one.
Well, there's where is it? To show Happy Valentine's Day from Hubble. To show our love, here's a new image of the globular cluster NGC 2298. These stars are attracted to each other.
Oh no, it's not the it's not the Hubble one. It's NASA's Webb Space Telescope. Captures
Space Webb Telescope.
Space. Yeah.
Space.
Weasels in space.
Weasels in space. Weaseling our words around to say they're images.
How about this one? Do you want to see someone fixing the space telescope?
It's too bad Ian's not here. It'd be like Hobbit. That is an excellent impression of Mel Blanc.
What country do we
Mel
think
Brooks
on the picture? Look. Oh, there's 2 stars out.
You know what that porthole reminds me of? The previous image.
Your mum? Hobbit.
What?
You said, what does that porthole remind you of?
The porthole reminded me of Deep Space Nine with their windows. The way they were rounded, but sort of overly rounded. Yep.
So yeah, that's I put in the Discord the.
So I've got a photo credit. Hold on, let me save. Let me.
We go attack. We give them a slap. We send them right back on their way.
Right, look at this one. So why would a NASA image need Tash Freeman from Bevel State Community College? Don't just like anybody that's failed their exams has to go to community college.
Fair. It's just a failed artist.
What from Tarshish University?
No, Tash from oh god, let me read it.
Alabama.
Tash Freeman from Bevel State Community College.
Are you like trying to chew something while saying that name? Tash.
Cherry cola bottles.
Ah, nice. Do you know what I had the other day? An entire bottle of sherbet. You remember when they used to have the licorice straw?
That explains your current predicament.
It doesn't have licorice in it. It's not a straw. It's still got the licorice, but it's kind of like... It's like, oh, yeah, here's a bit of licorice, a stick. So it's like, well, what am I supposed to do with this? I don't know, chew it or something. Who cares?
Fairy Morgana says, "I would like to know what shape the Earth is from space, just in case I get abducted by aliens."
You'll be pleased to
By
know
the way,
that Bevel State's new cafe's opened.
that's it.
Yeah, you'll be pleased to know.
Wait, that's just. You know what that is? That's just a picture of a coffee, right? Isn't it? Like, you know.
Bevel State receives grant funds from Gene Haas. Who is Gene Haas?
Don't hassle the Haas or Hoff.
Yeah, let's see what. Do you want to see what
Hasselhoff.
program? Them programs.
Don't hassle the
Them
Hoff.
programs are.
Yeah.
We need more money for
Double
dim
state.
programs, is what I heard.
I mean, yeah, community college, right?
More money for dim programs.
To be fair, it doesn't sound too bad, that college. But I don't think anyone from NASA is going to be going there.
NASA.
NASA.
You don't own
What's the
space,
Star-
remember?
What's the STARS program? That sounds like it might be something to do with... Oh, page not found.
Stars in Your Eyes program.
No
Okay.
shit.
The STARS program's out. Well, which of these is most applicable to space?
Mostly true.
Advanced engineering design technology, air conditioning and refrigeration, apprenticeship program, automated manufacturing technology, child development, computer science, electrical systems technology. But anyway, they do lots of
You don't
dem
need that
programs
space.
there.
Yeah.
More money for them programs.
Yeah.
So where's the art thing that lets you draw galaxies? Where's that program?
Would be one of the salon and spa management.
That's it.
Truck driver training. I bet you could have gone there.
Yeah.
I could have had a degree in truck driving.
Yeah. Welding technology. Mercedes Tech program. It doesn't seem like a very spacey college, does it?
No.
It doesn't even. I mean, is this the technical college? Like, is it?
It's just
Because
Bevel State Community College. About Bevel State.
Beveled Edge Community College.
So Beveled Edge. Bevel State Community College is a part of the state system of community, junior, and technical colleges authorised by the Alabama legislature under Act number 93. Approved May 3rd, 1963. At the same time, Act number 94 vested the authority and responsibility. What kind of about is this?
What's
what's
this?
Act
It
94?
just talks about a load of legislation.
I was going to say, what has this got to do with space?
I don't know. Bevel State doesn't seem to have a lot to do with space. Let's search Bevel State's page, shall we? Let's type in space.
Right. Yeah.
Space.
It's just
Oh, here we go. It's searching.
something smells a bit fishy here.
So you search space and it says tuition and fees, nursing, COVID-19, testing, HVAC, fast track. So unless they need a lot of HVAC on the ISS, this ain't really for helping them out.
Yeah,
is
but
it?
so what department is the one that provided the pictures of the galaxy?
Yeah, exactly. This is what I'm wondering.
Yeah. Maybe they just thought, oh, no one's going to look at some dumpy community college. I'll just believe it, right? But yeah. So which department does that?
So they did that, but acknowledgement is Dr. Ron Buter at the University of Alabama as well. So it's like an Alabama thing. For some reason,
Alabama
is the hotbed of making space images.
Beat my wife and make space images. Alabama, man.
I can't beat
Sweet
my wife.
home
I
Alabama.
can't make space images. I thought this was America.
Alabama, man.
Well, have you tried typing the guy's name into the community college? See if it.
I think
It's the brand new action hero from
I
Mattel.
think Tash is like Tash.
Are you sure? It sounds like an
She
Indian.
are.
Tash Freeman. Okay.
Tash Freeman. One of them's.
Doxed. Doxing
How
the
do you
fucking
do?
place. Oh, dedicated astronomer, apparently.
Okay. So
Gosh,
which department do they
died
work
in
for?
2018. Got him.
Ooh. Right.
Not
When
even
did he
real.
process? Like 2020.
Has he been in Cessna? Does he have information that will lead to the arrest and imprisonment of Hillary Clinton or something?
It's beginning to sound a lot like it.
He was 66
Oh, okay.
when he died.
So when was that photo taken then? I mean, photo in quotation marks.
What's that?
When was this photo done then?
I don't know where. Not long before he died, I assume. Oh God, there's some guff in here. I remember how he would bring special barbecue for lunch at school with his daughters. I have so many wonderful memories. I was there when he gave his first astronomy talk in Chicago and wowed that audience. My heart misses him.
My heart will go on.
He was an enthusiastic weightlifter as well. He was probably making the bed too
Correlation.
vigorously.
Making the bed.
Do you remember when making the bed too vigorously could lead to death, and now it's exercise?
Hey, that.
Oh, hold on. Did you read the fact that it's from Devil State?
He was 66
Devil State
when he died as
University.
well.
Wait, hold on. Devil State Community College. Come on.
Why would you call something Devil State? I thought like Alabama was known
I
for
didn't
being
know it was
a
Devil State.
Christian God-fearing.
Yeah, look,
land.
it says at the bottom, and Tosh Freeman, Devil State Community
No,
College.
Bevel.
Oh, is it Bevel? I thought it says
Yeah.
Devil. My eyes are. Oh, it says, okay. My eyes are fucking.
Blimey, put your glasses on, Fraser.
Yeah, I know. I need to look on Specsavers. I thought that was a bit on the nose then. That would have been too on the nose, wouldn't it? Devil State. Almost, Satan. You almost got me.
Not today, Satan.
I've got to snip this. I think you lads are going to find this funny. It's Bass Bulletin of the Arse.
What?
Look at this Hobbit. I'm just cut and pasted it so you can see it. Bass Bulletin of the Arse.
Where have you put this?
In here.
Bulletin of the ass.
In the nicer section.
Oh, well, I don't own that section. NASA does. Oh, Bass.
Yeah.
Bulletin of the Ass.
Bullet in my ass. So.
Bulletin. Oh, you put a bullet in my ass.
But anyway, Tash Freeman, God rest him.
Yeah.
What have happened to Tashi
No longer
Yar?
with us. That happens quite a lot with NASA people, doesn't it? There was all those NASA.
Yeah.
There was all those inconvenient astronauts that accidentally died in that fire, weren't
Yeah. I mean, who was it? Well, it wasn't Gus Grissom, was it?
I think it might have been
Who was
Gus
the fir-
Grissom. Gus Grissom
Yeah.
was a bit of a thorn
first
in their
guy.
arse, weren't he?
Yeah, he was going to go to space, and he suddenly died in an accident. Shame that, yeah. Said it wasn't very safe, but he died in an accident.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah. More you know, huh?
The more you know, the more you know not to go into Cessnas that have been serviced by Hillary Clinton.
Honestly, I think the University of Alabama should revoke Hillary Clinton's maintenance license.
Yeah. So wait, yeah. So yeah, do you want to see the science article? Science.
I want to see the brand new Alabama man.
The Science.
No, with realistic wife-beating action. I said my dinner should be on the plate by the time I get home.
I thought this was America. Go on then, Fraser. Where's the next article?
Right, it's in the NASA thing.
The
It should
NASA.
be anyway. Yeah.
Just above Bass, which is the
Bass,
bulletin
yeah.
of the arse.
So here we have from Science Journal. I think it's a journal. Oh no, National Geographic. Sorry, it's National Geographic.
You know
so
Disney
they're
is shutting
just
down National Geographic.
Are they? Oh,
yeah.
God. Rip. What will we ever do?
Are we going to see
so
African
wait,
ladies?
hold
tits?
on. Wait. That reminds me of something. Then Wait, wasn't Disney involved in something recently to do with NASA?
What Disney what from?
Anyway, yeah, I'll have to have a look at that. So Disney was involved with something with NASA recently. Forgot what it was. I'll have to have a look at that. Yeah, so science. NASA just found a question mark in space. What exactly is it? The object is far outside our galactic neighborhood, possibly billions of light years away. But astronomers have seen similar objects closer to home. Wait, what? But astronomers have seen similar objects closer to home. Okay, this should be interesting then. 2 of our galaxy's most famous stars were recently photobombed by what appears to be a celestial question mark. A symbol was spotted in a new image from James Webb Space Telescope. JWST, one of the forming stars, Herbig Harrow 4647, which are well known and have been frequently observed by astronomers. These 2 stars can provide clues about how our own sun may have formed. They're relatively close to Earth, about 1,400 light years away, and relatively young, only a few thousand years old. In fact, they're still in gestation and not technically been born yet, which is marked when the stars are start shining from their own nuclear fusion. The image's first twin protostars from the instrument. It was captured using infrared light, which penetrates space dust more easily than visual light. Goddamn space dust, getting in the way. Why we can't see the stars,
See, the thing about space is it's full of dust and all these other things.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's a vacuum, but it's full of dust. Hey, maybe it is a vacuum. It's just full of dust.
Well, my vacuum's full of dust.
Exactly. So therefore, space is a
I've
vacuum.
got a Hoover. Yeah,
it's
the fairy
we're
Morgana
inside a Hoover.
said they'd like to know. I'd like to know what the Earth looks like from space, and just in case I get abducted by aliens and need to find my way home.
I'm just thinking to myself, maybe like Mel Brooks was saying on with Spaceballs when you remember that bit when like he gets the Hoover and sucks up the entire atmosphere of that planet.
Yeah. That's actually the plot to the Marvels, isn't it?
Is it?
Seriously, it's
am...
about somebody who sucks atmospheres out of planets. They've nicked Spaceballs.
Oh shit! Speaking of,
is that not a bit on the nose then? Like vacuums and atmospheres should like get sucked out. But
wait, you know when you're on a train, Fraser, that's exactly like space with gases.
Yeah,
isn't it?
That's right. When there's a big metal box I'm contained in. Yes, that's right. Yeah. So this telescope.
Fraser, you're aware. You know what Hobbit? Explain to Fraser what the hot vomit comet is. He probably knows. Has he buggered off again? Little git.
He's disappeared.
So okay, so you know, a certain person keeps telling us about the it's what's inside the train stays inside the train. You know what the vomit comet is?
Like what's inside stays inside Vegas goes on in Vegas.
Yeah.
What goes around is all around.
The vomit comet works, I bet.
Yes. So the vomit comet is a type of plane known for being full of stinky fucking Indians, and that's why it makes people vomit.
He's known for that.
Officially, it's because when it goes down in free fall, it causes people to. Essentially, what happens is the plane falls down at the same speed of free fall, so that you're falling inside the plane. But you're not like falling down towards like the cockpit.
Is it actually a special type of plane? Because aerodynamics stops that, doesn't it?
No. All planes can fall down. It's just this one, like it's used by. But yeah, and
yeah, they can fall down, but they can't just like drop out of the sky, can they? Because
all planes can drop.
Because aerodynamics to a degree keep them up, don't they? They still glide.
No. Literally, all planes can fall out the sky. It's called stalling.
Yeah, if they're
the vomit comet. No. Even then, like you need to play some Microsoft Flight Simulator. I can assure you now, I've made every single plane fall in it. So it's also called a reduced gravity aircraft. A reduced gravity aircraft is a type of fixed-wing aircraft that provides brief, near-weightless environments for training astronauts, conducting research, and making gravity-free movie shots. Versions are such as what happens is the plane travels up, and they're saying, for example, it's going at 24,000 feet, and it climbs up to 34,000 feet, and during this time you experience 1.8 Gs due to the acceleration, and then the plane is in this brief period of like 25 seconds, you've got 0 G, and then when the plane goes down, you're experiencing 1.8. No, but surely that's the bit when the plane levels out. That's
So
when
you're
you experience
25 seconds of 0 go out of gravity.
So I'll post you the near weightlessness, they call it. I'll post you the thing, you can read along. So the viewers at home, those listening on the wireless, I am looking at a graph here, and it's saying each of these flights, they take about 65 seconds to do this loop. And it's saying it's doing 350 kias. I've never heard of a speed called kias. Versions of such airplanes were operated by the NASA Reduced Gravity Research Program, and one is currently operated by the Human Spaceflight and Robotics.
Mint, though, isn't it?
The unofficial nickname Vomit Comet became popular with those who were experienced with the operation. So various types of planes. I mean, one here they got is a C-131, which is Convair. It's made 54 to 56.
How come his wheelchair isn't even in shot?
They probably said, you know, you're not going to have the wheelchair whilst we fly you around in the Vomit Comet.
What, so you just lay him on the floor?
Yeah, and then when everyone was weightless, they started like tar-wrangling him.
How can she kneel on the floor if it's 0 G?
Because I think if you want to experience things with like altered gravity, but doing it with not a Vomit Comet, which is actually quite expensive, you do it with the Rotor, which is this fairground, or the Meteor is the other fairground attraction.
Hey, look, they've got ball light in that picture.
My favourite one is
hold on. If that is 0 G, why is the woman like not in 0 G as well?
I was about to explain that with the Rotor, right? So the thing is, the Rotor, it spins you around until you get stuck to the walls, and then the floor. Yeah, and then the floor pulls out beneath you, but you don't fall down because the centrifuge is stronger than the force of gravity. And what you can do is you can slide up and down the rotor when you're on it. It takes a lot of effort, but you can actually bring your legs up. So I recommend anybody go on the rotor. KC-135-0-G, which is the aircraft nicknamed the Vomit Comet. I want to find more about this KC. Boeing KC-135 Stratotanker. KC-135 is an American military aerial refueling tanker that was developed from Boeing 36780 prototype. I don't know anything about that. So it's a short fuselage plane, and it's tanker, and it does stuff.
Right.
They probably just use it for chemtrail missions these days.
Right, so the point was like the Vomit Comet in relation to the train. Was it
Oh,
like...
right. Okay, so
Got him. Got him, Fraser.
Yeah.
The Vomit Comet, you can be weightless in it because you're falling down towards Earth.
Right.
But the plane you're falling in is also falling down towards Earth at the same speed. It's like if you were to jump out of a plane and fall towards Earth, you'd be buffeted by the wind.
Yeah.
So in effect, you'd actually be going slower because your body's getting the wind, air resistance of the wind is dragging it.
0 G for 25 seconds, though.
Yeah.
Why do you film bits for films then?
25-second intervals.
Yeah. God, have you seen like an action film, like a recent one? Do this thing, right? If you want to be really, if you want to be really sick with like any sort of action film, anytime there's a cut, just speak out the word "cut." And I was watching like some Marvel bollocks or something, And I couldn't say cut long enough. It's just like, what's the point in this?
Mm.
Whereas opposed to if you watch something
That's
like
the attention
That's
span
what
that
made
usually
that's what made Daredevil so good. That hallway scene is just fucking
Yeah.
grueling, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think they do a couple of tricks to make it appear like it's one long shot. But
It's not
generally,
just
it just looks absolutely grueling because he's fighting.
It's not just people's reduced attention span, Fraser. It's the fact that the actors they've got are shit. They can't do stunts and action and stamina
At the same time.
And so it's like,
You
right,
remember the one-legged woman they pulled out of a Starbucks to become Marvel's new latest deaf one-legged Indian American hero.
right. You flailed about for 3.5 seconds. Catch your breath for the next 10 minutes, and we'll get ready to film the next sequence.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. So yeah, what? So about the vomit comet in the train is that what? What is going fast enough, or what?
Well, the train's not falling towards Earth, is it?
Yeah.
Like if you're on the roller coaster
So
and it's falling towards Earth,
right,
then you do feel weightlessness.
I don't understand Hemi's point then. What were you to point, Hemi, about the vomit comet in the train?
I'm sort of wondering about something.
They said that the thing about if you pour a cup of coffee on a train, blah blah blah. Do you remember that? Do you remember that quote unquote explanation?
Yeah. Why doesn't it go all the way to the back of the train? Yeah.
Because relative to you and everything else, if you're trying to pour
or you're in a pressurized system, contained.
If you just have a piss outside of the plane, as opposed to having a piss inside of the toilet, your piss would just like turn into a spray because the force of the wind.
You're making me think of that Harry Enfield sketch about yerp. Have you ever seen that one where the bloke's talking about yerp? He's talking about Europe.
But on my gut yard.
Yeah. So he's talking about yerp, and he said, and it's just this big long analogy about pissing in a train, and it's quite funny.
Right.
What? My chinky's quite hot.
So what were we saying? We were saying what's the difference between pouring a cup of coffee on a train and being on the vomit comet?
I feel this is a bit like these cars are small; those ones are far away. you have a piss inside a train. It's going to land in the toilet or on the back of someone's head if you're arse deep.
Yeah.
You have a piss outside the window of the train when it's moving, that is, and your piss is just going to fly around and it's probably going to come back and hit you.
Yeah.
Because the wind is not going as fast as the train is.
Yeah.
So it sort of whips it away.
Yeah.
Okay, so so I was on about the science article, wasn't I, about this question mark space.
Yeah, the question mark.
Right.
Question marks
in space.
So right. Telescope's astonishing sensitivity allowed the glowing red question mark to be captured in the lower center of the image. The object is far outside our galactic neighborhood, possibly billions of light years away.
Right. Question: how do they know it's red?
Because they're using infrared to capture the wavelengths, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's red. Infrared, Hobbit.
Well, light stretches supposedly, according to the theory that the light, as it stretches out in waves, it goes to the red infrared spectrum. The longer it is, so
what they actually have to do to make a picture like this one, the one I'm showing now. They actually build it up in layers. There's about 3 different telescopes that take a picture of that image. And then they layer upon layer of these. Like this image here, let's assume that it's all correct.
Yeah.
It's still
a composite image.
Yeah, of course.
A composite image of 3 different telescopes.
Yeah. Correct.
So how do they know it's red? I mean, is that possible with infrared to know if something's red, Hobbit?
Well, no. The infrared is it's not a color. It's just thermal images. It's it's an artist. Any colors in there will be an artist depiction.
Right.
Like the meme. The skeleton. What scientists think it looks like. What it actually looks like.
Oh, my favourite thing is like, here's a Roman emperor, and then it's like, his scientists recreated it, and it's just Mr. Leahy from Trailer Park Boys.
Right. Oh, this is the best bit. Right. Okay. So, possibly billions of light years away, says Christopher Britt, an education and outreach scientist.
Hello, this is a real name. Christopher Britt speaking.
Yes, at the Space Telescope Science Institute, who helped plan these observations.
I'm glad they said a space telescope, just opposed to like other types.
This is the best bit. His best guess is that the question mark is actually two galaxies merging. That's something that's seen fairly
I just
frequently.
want to be in there when Christopher Britt goes, "This is the fucking Earth telescope. Where's the fucking space telescope, you fucking idiots?"
It's raw!
It's raw. So he says that's something that's fairly frequent, seen fairly frequently, and it happens to galaxies many times over the course of their lives. He says that includes our own galaxy, the Milky Way. It will merge with Andromeda in about 4 billion years or so. The hints pointing to two galaxies we found are found in the question mark's strange shape. There are two brighter spots, one in the curve and one in the dot, which could be the galactic nuclei or the centers of the galaxies.
Oh, just a quick comment from Fairy Morgana. My nanny's stronger than gravity. Gravity is a pussy, bruv.
Yeah, it is.
Even magnetism beats gravity.
Yeah, it does actually. The curve of the question mark might be the tails being stripped. Have you noticed the pattern yet? Stripped.
There are so many qualifying words in any NASA statement, isn't there?
Yeah.
Why is that?
It's he says as the galaxies spiral towards each other. It's very cute. It's a question mark, but you find the colours and semicolons. Oh, you find colons and semicolons and any other punctuation mark because you have 10,000 light smudges of light in each image taken every half hour, says David Helfund, an astronomer at Columbia University.
This is a real name. My name is David Halfrond.
The sheer number of shining objects we find are bound to create some serendipitous images, and brains have evolved to find those patterns, he says. Sorry, what?
It's just pareidolia, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's just pareidolia. We see faces and question marks everywhere, right? That's right. Yeah. Astronomers have seen similar objects close to home. Two merging galaxies captured by the Hubble Space Telescope in 2008, who look like a question mark turned 90 degrees.
Space.
Right. Okay. Scroll down, Hemi. Does that look like a question mark?
Hold on a sec.
There's Jews out in space.
Where scroll down, you'll see there's two images side by side in that article.
Oh, I was already on it.
Oh, right, okay. All right, you were right. Fair enough.
Jews out in space.
So anyone see a question mark here?
Nothing slightly question mark like, is it? Where is the question mark supposed to be? I can't tell because they've added all that other bullshit on there, haven't they?
Right, no, it's like, where's Wally? Let's find it. Right, so you see down in the middle, to the right, you'll see it's below the... You see that in the big image, the headline banner thing? I can get you another image, if you want.
In the headline banner, back up top. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Well, there's that one. So you got the three swirly things, and then a question mark.
Yeah.
No, I can't see it.
You can't see it?
I can see it backwards. I can see a backwards one to the left of the left-hand image.
No, sorry. It's the big image at the top, right? Not at the top.
Oh, sorry. You want this one?
At the top, the very top. Yeah, where it says science.
Top.
You know, NASA.
Okay,
yeah, top. You see it there. You see it now, right?
Yeah.
That looks nothing like what they're showing us in those other two images, right?
I've just found one to follow this up. It's how a web's full color image is made. We'll go through that one next.
Yeah. Helfand says the question mark seems to be two objects, the curve and the dot, but could be more than just happen to line up. It could also be completely unrelated objects, he says, if one is much closer to Earth than the other.
Just random happenstance, bro.
Yes. You know, Britt warns that estimating distance based on only colours in the image can be tricky. The red of the question mark could mean it's very far away. Light waves stretch as they travel through the expanding universe, shifting to redder wavelengths. Or that it's closer and obscured by dust near the object.
Space dust.
It's space dust. Space dust. Not Earth dust, space dust.
Space dust.
Space dust from space.
That's
Yeah,
time we used
so
a
it's
bog hole in the whole day, it was space dust.
Yeah, so either it's really far away or space dust is obscuring.
Oh no, space dust.
Space dust from space. We're
How do we see
space
any-
dust in space.
How does that work then? How does space dust
Fucking
make
space
something?
dust, how does that work?
Well, you see, the thing about a vacuum is when NASA
People
says...
read these. Do people
when-
read these?
No. Why would you want to read any of this?
Does anyone read this and not think, hold on? How does we just yeah
Hashtag believe all NASAs.
Yeah.
They just go words.
Yeah.
They go,
Yeah, fucking
people read this and they
garbage.
go words. Yeah, NASA's
Oh,
so
okay,
cool.
yeah, exactly. Oh,
I think
that's cool,
NASA
man.
is probably the best example of an organisation that's literally just living off its name. Like, they don't have to do anything; they just live off their name, don't they? It's like,
You know what this is like?
what?
This is like... Do you remember when we did the shark science marine biologist guy?
Uh-huh.
It's like, what if we made an entire organisation with just the same levels of bullshit?
This
You
is
know
a
what-
very old profession now. This has been going
We'll
on.
get Werner von Braun with his proper Nazi rockets that actually do stuff.
Yeah.
And then we'll just
Right,
we'll
okay,
hang
so-
on his coattails from there.
To finish off this article, it would take more investigation to identify exactly how far away the question mark is. This could be done by measuring photometric redshifts determined by the brightness observed through different filters.
You mean we need more money for them space programs?
Yeah. But this would only provide an estimate for the distance. Britt says spectroscopy. I can't. I'm doing a Hobbit.
You're right, we were-
Spectroscopy, is it?
That's it. There we go.
Yeah.
Which analyzes light from the source to determine its elemental makeup. Could provide a more exact distance, but requires a separate instrument to measure. Given the number of intriguing targets spotted by JWST, the question mark may never receive this treatment. For now, the source of this symbol in the sky remains a cosmic mystery. There you go. We can't be asked to look at it. It's the most interesting thing out there, maybe. You know, it's like, maybe we'll get around to it one day.
Expert's opinion?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe, you know.
No, the
look at all
expert's
these other
opinion is-
pretty lights. Which one do we do first?
The expert's opinion is we need more money for them space programs.
Are you ready for more science,
Basically.
lads? It's a
Yeah,
more
let's
proper
Oh
science.
boy, am I ever! I love more money
How
for
are
them
Webb's
space programs.
full colour images made? A lot of care is poured into processing the telescope's full colour images, which begin as black and white exposures. Well, they're not full colour then, they're black and white, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's just
Good
go over that
article.
sentence once more.
It's one more thought.
A lot of care is poured into processing the telescope's full colour images, which begin as black and white exposures.
All right.
So would that be a black and white image then, or would it be a colour image?
And the article finishes there.
Taking a full colour photo is typically instantaneous. Many of us walk around with powerful cameras in our pockets, our smartphones. What may be less obvious is that the images smartphones take begin as binary code, long lists of zeros and ones known as bits.
Wow.
But we don't see
This
that
is just
binary
bullshit.
code.
This is actually bullshitting you. That's not how a colour CCD works.
But it's not how it works. That's not how it works. Instead of a full colour image almost immediately appears on screen. For Webb's cameras, a full colour image is not an instant second step. Why? Much of it is owed to their complexity as scientific instruments. Something science. Blah. You don't need to know.
Something. We don't want to explain how this
Look.
actually works. We just call it complex.
Look,
When they're
if I-
saying,
if
when
we
they're saying shit
explained-
like that,
their complexity, you'd be too stupid to understand.
When they're saying it's near instantaneous, I know what sort of weasel thing they're doing. It's like, well, actually, before you see it, the image from the CCD is electric, and then it's getting converted by your image processor into something you see on your screen. Yeah, but with analog cameras, the same thing's happening. You get an image which goes through your viewfinder, well, it's just gone through a lens. So it's not that you're seeing the image, you're near instantly seeing it, except it's been transformed by the prism. So the photons have to go through the glass.
Hobbit, and I'm going to explain.
Oh, it's just the same. Yep.
Much of it is owed to their complexity as scientific instruments, which you lowly plebs don't need to know the magic, which are far more advanced.
These are very complex instruments. Look, are you a science person going to a science place wearing a science coat? No, you're not. So shut up, you fucking peasant.
Let's start by reminding ourselves of where this powerful observatory is located. Webb follows a halo orbit 1.5 million kilometres, a million miles from Earth. It's not exactly nearby, is it, Hobbit?
Hang on, a million. That's like the lyrics from Titty Fish. Million miles from nowhere, Dragonlance burns hot. James Webb Space Telescope takes black and white images of my cock. Cha-cha changes. Fish with
it's
tits.
not exactly nearby. Despite
Chili
this,
fish.
it takes only 5 seconds for Webb to send the data to Earth. Then why do you have a buffer when you speak to people from Australia? Then, checkmate. But those data aren't delivered as an image. Yes, that is a real sentence from a science man.
What? What did it say?
But those data aren't delivered as an image.
Well, see, their degree wasn't in English then.
Can I have a scientist to English dictionary, please?
Can I have a journalist to English dictionary because they don't have one.
Hobbit. I hear you say. Have they got the hang of English yet? Instead, the data are transmitted to Earth in the form of bits.
Yeah.
No, there's data transmitted.
Are you reading from BBC Pigeon?
Ah, dear. Wet Indie binary code hits home. Shall I just at the Barbara A. Mikulski Archive for Space Telescopes.
It's like JMK's in the room.
Yeah. The bits are transformed into black and white images. So they're transformed from colour into black and white images? Is that what they're saying?
No, ones and zeros into black and white
yes,
images.
That's it, yes. Ones and zeros.
Right, yeah.
Those data aren't delivered as an image. Oh yeah, because those data aren't delivered as an image, are they?
Then them top Tory Nigeria space telescope man. When she throw their pull out the window.
Instead, the data are transmitted to the Earth in the form of bits. Hobbit, how would an MMS be transferred to your mate when you send him a picture, Hobbit? Would that be in the form of bits as well?
Well, you don't need to know because it's incredibly complicated.
And you're just a pleb.
Yeah, so fuck off, peasant.
And these unprocessed images are made available to the public quickly, unless there is a proprietary research period, typically 1 year.
What?
What the fuck does that even mean?
What does that mean?
That means
Go on then, Hobbit.
that means if we're getting Archdeep and his cousin brothers as an intern here, it takes them a while to figure out how to use Photoshop. So because their images are so shit, it's like there's no way we can release this to the public. Give them a year to make something.
Is that when the subscription to MS Paint renews or something like that?
and then by that time you say, look, just take a picture of a slice of salami and say it's a view of our son.
You know about that one, don't you, Fraser? The slide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how exactly is colour applied to Webb's images? But you've already told us that they're taken as colour. So why would you apply colour
black
to
and
a
white.
colour image, Hobbit?
Well, I'm glad you asked, you see, because you need to stop thinking, you fucking peasant. Fuck you.
Whether you
Fuck
are,
off and give more money for them space programs is what you should be saying.
whether you are an astrophotographer, a researcher, or imaging specialist at the space,
Or just a
Telescope
lowly
Science
peasant
Institute.
that's stupid and picks bogies out of his arsehole.
Imaging. What is an imaging specialist at the Space Telescope Science Institute?
It's someone who really deserves $180,000 a year for his job.
For colouring in. Just sit there with your little felt tip.
I mean, they said you'll never amount to anything when I was colouring in the lines on my colouring book, but now I'm $108,000 a year working for the Jet Propulsion Laboratory.
So processing an already colour image when you receive it as data is a human-centred process. Here we detail how these images are made.
Human-centred?
How
What?
are they
Are
made?
they
Aren't they interpreted? They're interpreted, not made, aren't they?
Use the term human-scented images. What? They smell like wet dog.
Human-centred process.
Okay. Sorry, I misheard you.
Basically, they're saying AI can't. If you put this into an AI machine, they wouldn't know what the fuck it is.
I'll just ask Google's Gemini to do it for you.
Space would be all black, completely black.
American Indian.
Here we detail how these images are made at ST. Surely that should be interpreted, but then I'm just a lowly pleb. Including how Webb's infrared light is mapped to the visible light our eyes can perceive. Are you ready to get some facts, Hobbit?
The scoop on poop?
Yeah. Hobbit, I'll look at this. Oh, hold on. Do you want me to put it in here? And then you can have a look at it and you can tell me what the fuck that table in the middle means.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that. So let's have a look at this this table. It's loading any second now. There's a table.
The view of the search results.
Yeah, so I can't actually make out what those things are saying. Is there a way I can make this big? This is a view of the search results. Yeah.
Oh, you can save image as, I suppose. Barbara A. How can it be masked if it's the Barbara A. Michalowski archive for space telescopes? That's BAMAST, isn't it?
I don't know.
Stores
it's
data
like, why
from more than 20
why
telescopes.
does the Vatican have a space telescope called Lucifer?
Yeah. STSCL's imaging specialist. Oh, so they won't shorten mast. You have to still say it's Barbara A. Michalowski, blah, blah, mast. But STSCL is now STSCL. Imaging specialists start by running an advanced search in MAST. They add the target's name or the object's coordinates on the sky, known formally as right ascension and declination, along with the mission, JWST in this case. Like any other search, MAST returns the results. In the case of the near-infrared image of the Pillars of Creation, which was taken by Webb's near-infrared camera. Like, what's near-infrared camera?
Oh, so far infrared is far away. Near infrared is small.
But this is near light years away.
Near infrared means that it's like close to the visual light spectrum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
6 results appear. The search results detail which filters Webb used to observe the target. Is this so they always get their images so they look about the same colour?
They probably have like some sort of colouring guide like they do with the Mars images, so they don't look like Greenland or Canada.
Webb used to observe the target. Next, our imaging specialists select which files to download. These download are available as flexible image transport system. Do you like FITS files? They're one of your favourite, Hobbit.
Oh yeah, I use FITS files all the time. So, I mean, you know, as opposed to JAFFIX interchange format
or a GIF.
Yes, which is short for JAFFIX interchange format.
But our staff identify image files and only download those. FTS
What?
files are tailored to the astronomy community. Hobbit, can you read this and translate it for me into English?
I can't. I'm listening to what you're saying and it makes no sense.
Try reading it and see if that makes any more sense to you.
Fits.
So they may contain additional information like spectra, data cubes. So right? So in the case of near red, 6 results. So they look up the colouring guide. So they have an in near infrared camera image. They downloaded a flexible image transport system, but our staff identify the image files and only download those. So they only download FITS files. So they never download the raw data. Is that what they're saying?
It sounds like it. They're saying they only download the doctored stuff.
Unless they're in a range of styles, but they have a weird proprietary system that only uses FITS. Maybe.
Well, I mean, is this something that you get on Photoshop? Because I noticed they're using the Mac computers to do this.
Let's have a look at the FITS file system, see what that is.
There's not FITS file system, FITS image format.
Oh, image format. Yeah, this ain't going to end very well because FITS image format is going to just come up with some bull. Oh, okay. It's got a Wikipedia page. Oh, primer on the FITS. FITS is more... Oh, so FITS is more than... Oh, no. It's fucking way too much information. FITS is more than just another image format such as JPEG or GIF or GIF. And is primarily designed... You're not biting, Knob.
Remember, the GIF is for Jaffix.
And it's primarily designed to store scientific data sets consisting
That's
of
what my
multidimensional
crackhead
arrays.
friend who got a degree in Jaffic design told me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Now, some might say, Hobbit, surely that could be graphic design. Well, he got a degree from the degree mill, and he told me it's Jaffic, so who am I to argue?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hashtag believe all Jaffics artists.
So FITS was designed with an eye towards long-term archival storage, and the maxim "once fits, always fits" represents the requirement that development
One size
format
fits all?
must be backward compatible.
I
So
see.
image metadata is stored in a human-readable ASCII header. The information in this header is designed to calculate the byte offset. Oh, this is getting a bit autism now.
It's very autism.
Yeah, very, very. Oh, so FITS is often used to store non-image data, such as... Remember this.
What?
The FITS image system is also often used to store non-image data, such as spectra, photon lists, data cubes, or structured data, such as multi-table databases. A FITS file may contain several extensions. Each of these may contain a data object. For example, it's possible to store X-ray and infrared exposures on the same file.
Well, that's still an image. It's
So
just
this
not
will
in a
be
visible
your,
light spectra.
Compiler then, won't it?
Yeah.
So it sounds more of like a compiling thing, doesn't it? I bet.
It's still images. It's just
Yeah.
images in various spectrum.
Yeah.
I mean, like, look, there's people that do thermal imaging all the time, and it's like you're still doing imaging.
Yeah.
So why are they trying to say it's like, oh, it's all just numbers and zeros? Why are they trying to like weasel that?
They're trying to blind you with bullshit, and the hope of like, well, this sounds really technical. I better not question it further then.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing that we know, but they won't be honest about the fact that this data is kind of... It's like what colour dinosaurs are. Nobody knows what colour fucking dinosaurs are. They have a reasonable suspicion they've got scales on them, but that's about
I know
it.
that if you open the floor, everybody can walk the dinosaur.
Yeah. Well, you have to open the door and get on the floor.
Everybody walk the dinosaur.
Yeah. Astronomical images are typically built with multiple exposures, which is another reason why they require time and care to process. One image from the web might be 140 megabytes, but another might be 5 gigabytes. Unlike these are like normal photos, aren't they, Hobbit? Like they vary in size depending on what's on the picture, don't they?
Did you know sometimes some photos are bigger than other photos?
Some of them.
That's very technical.
Yes.
Yeah.
unlike our handheld camera. I love the way that it's like you're a retard because you use a handheld camera. We use the web telescope, which you're too fucking retarded to even think about understanding. So don't
I mean,
even try.
this one, you can't even go into this place unless you've got a degree.
Yeah. Unlike our handheld cameras, many of Webb's filters so they don't do sepia and little mouse face then. Many of Webb's filters within its cameras target specific elements or molecules. How can they?
No,
how can
I
they
did
target
molecules.
Molecules from galaxies away.
Molecules.
Well, you see, molecules give off a distinct light pattern or something.
Shut up. Look, it's molecules.
For example,
why are you questioning this?
Okay then. So, for example, some of NIRCam's filters are designed to detect hydrogen, iron, water, and methane. This means that individual images need to be matched up to create a single aligned composite image. In total, NIRCam has 29 filters, so our imaging specialists pay careful attention to the contents of each. So, okay then, Hobbit, why can't you just have a line of code that deciphers this and turns it into an image? Like, why do people need to do this?
Well, it's like, why do you have people that work with Photoshop? I think you could almost argue it's like, well, look, these do different things.
Yes.
So
this isn't touching up someone's face on a wedding photo, is it? This should be hard scientific data, shouldn't it?
Well, it's like, would you like? I think the other way to see it is a bit like, let's say you're scanning someone, but you only want to see the nerves.
Yeah.
And if you had an image, like, you can't normally see the nerves because it's underneath people's skin and it's also very small.
Yeah.
So you'd need to have like some sort of imager which can take pictures of the nerves, but not take pictures of the bones and stuff.
In a doodah, you need this. This is the thing. Like, apparently, to take a picture of somebody's nerves, you need to be in a metal drum, and stay perfectly still. But if you're taking pictures of space, you can get hydrogen molecules from light years away.
Well, you can get lots of hydrogen molecules. So, like, you can say, oh, look, that planet there has got a lot of methane on it. There's probably, well, methane could mean two things. One, it means you've just got hydrocarbons, but the other thing is it can mean you've got life. I think a better indicator for life would be if you start having nitrate compound. What would be a good thing?
It's quite difficult because, for example, an alien is an alien, isn't it? And they're not necessarily going to breathe oxygen, are they?
I think a good example would be like if you could have. Well, we're assuming with like this terrestrial life. I mean, there could be other signs of life, like usually if like lights are on, or if you got like some sort of regular radio pulses. But no, you could tune it to say, oh, this amino acid, it only exists in life forms, and it can't be made in the lab or like lightning striking a primordial soup. It's a sign of life. So they tune their sensors to go, well, yeah, according to a spectroscopy results, this amino acid is this frequency. So they look on their image and they see, do we have any spots in this image which is otherwise black where this shows up? And they go, oh yeah, there's a few pixels here in that corner. So then they'll spend like months looking at that corner and go, yeah, we've seen some more pixels there. And then they observe the star, and then they can say, well, we noticed this star's got a wobble in its brightness, and we can assume that wobble is caused by a planet pulling on it, and that may account for why we're seeing these little pixels of an amino acid presence there, because that planet is harbouring life.
There is a really, really fucking retarded analogy in a minute anyway.
Yeah.
When any of Webb's raw images are initially open, they appear to be almost totally black. This the next paragraph.
Yeah.
This one. This doesn't mean they contain no information. Instead, they require stretching or rescaling. Stretching doesn't sound all that scientific. That sounds a bit, we'll pull on this corner, we'll pull on this corner and see what happens.
Yeah.
Just this next paragraph is going to blow your mind, Fraser. You're going to love it. To identify where the information was captured within that particular filter's image. The universe is very dim, especially in infrared light, so most of the interesting parts of a web image are buried in the darkest regions. So remember that when you're seeing we're practically blinded by fucking stars on that image you showed us earlier, Fraser. Web's detectors are so sensitive that they can capture more light than our eyes or screens can process in its raw form. This is known formally as dynamic range, and as Webb's dynamic range is vast, in every web image each pixel can be one of over 65,000 different shades of grey. Think of Webb's detectors as light buckets. As Webb observes, it collects everything it detects, filling its buckets with light. How's that for an analogy then, Hobbit and Fraser?
Yeah.
Why can't they just say it's got high dynamic range?
It's got light buckets. Do you not know what a fucking light bucket is, Hobbit?
It's got buckets of dynamic range. Yeah, but what's that in Olympic swimming pools or elephants or double-decker buses?
How many double-decker buses would it take to get to the moon? So they're still not telling us that it's fucking colour, are they?
No.
They're literally. So it comes back in grayscale, and they have to make up some colours. But they have a colour chart, is what they're saying, aren't they? What don't they say to save on data because it's coming from a million fucking miles away? We capture the images in grayscale, but we have a way of figuring out which colour it is. Instead of pretending it comes down in colour, and they just have to get a felt tip out. Oh God, it carries on, not a bit. Now, Hobbit, imagine dumping one large bucket's contents into a doll's house-sized teacup to compress what was captured and present it in a format that we can perceive and our computers can display.
Who wrote this fucking article? I just want to go talk to them. Who's this written by? Come on, fuckface. Who are you? Written by who? I'm not reading all this
bullshit. Have you never
bullshit.
filled a bucket with light and then thrown it into a doll's house-sized teacup?
It doesn't say who wrote the article.
Now.
Oh, I want to know.
AI face.
Who wrote this fucking article and why? Fuck you, whoever it is.
A mathematical function is used to increase the brightness of the darkest pixels while maintaining details within brighter pixels of the image.
Bullshit.
Are required.
Don't believe you.
Should we skip forward a bit because it is.
Fuck off, James Webb. Worthless James Webb. Shitbag. Dickhead. Fuckface.
Right. So some star cores appear black in Webb's images. These are visual cues to astronomers. There is no useful data in there. Image specialists to sample nearby bright pixels to replace these black star cores. So, okay then. What's a striation, Hobbit? They're the lines, aren't they?
Yeah.
So striations lines.
What again? Is this blinding with bullshit using terms like striations?
Yeah.
What to use a Rickyism? Look, if you just use normal people words, people understand what you're saying.
Well,
but then when you use normal,
that you're not going to buy what they're saying if you use normal people words.
If you start using normal people words, people understand this is fucking bullshit. Why are we paying you money?
So when a star oversaturates a few pixels on a camera's detector, it may persist when the camera takes another image, appearing as a small point of light in later images that must be removed. A white arrow points to an example.
You know those whores that sell pictures of their butthole on OnlyFans?
So basically, this is touching up wedding photos, isn't it?
You know those whores that sell pictures of their butthole on OnlyFans?
Yeah.
What they're doing is of greater value to the humanity than this bullshit. I mean, those pixels on the screen, they might be touched up, but they are more tangible, more real than this make-believe shark science bullshit.
Webb observes infrared light infrared light. Light
Uh-huh.
that is beyond
Yeah.
what human eyes are.
Really?
Light that is beyond what human eyes are capable of
Yeah.
detecting. That's beautifully written.
That's
that,
cool.
Isn't it?
I believe what you're saying.
It wet him beyond human eyes.
Damn, that's crazy.
However, the process of applying colour to Webb's images is remarkably similar to the approach used with the Hubble Space Telescope and other astronomical, blimey, observatories that observe visible light. So basically, all images that you see are bullshit, and they're telling you this.
Yeah. Because fuck you, we know better.
So what are the pillars of
keep on
creation,
paying.
Hobbit or Fraser? Do either of you know?
Oh, it's a nebula, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Nurture or something. Yeah.
So at the left,
Nebula.
there's 6
Stars
separate
apart.
images of the pillars of creation taken by different filters in Webb's near-infrared camera. Each has a single colour applied. The specific filter is noted in the upper left corner of each image. When combined, they become the initial composite image shown at right. From here, there is still plenty of work to be done to refine and pull out detail in this composite. So yeah, it's colouring in, lads.
Yeah.
One aspect to STSCL's imaging specialists assesses the colour balance in the image. This is where they may neutralise the overall background, ensuring there are equal levels of red, green and blue. For example, if one filter adds more background light, it may cause a green cast. Our staff pick a white reference, usually the core of a star, and use it to equalise the white across the image. These steps ensure there is a balance among light in the image from individual... So they're just touching up wedding photos then, and this is what they admit they're doing.
Yeah. But it's definitely...
No, they're doing it in the science place. It's really real.
It's real, dude. So basically they get it in black and white, tart it up a bit. They have some idea of what colours they are, but they do a bit for aesthetics, I assume. So there we go, NASA.
Yeah.
It's all real, lads.
Need
Make
another
confidence.
fucking liars to spin this bullshit because it's bullshit. Fuck me. Why is that article so irritating?
Interdimensional Lizard says imaging specialist equals interpretive artist. Well, Photoshop skills, surely. You might mock him, but I bet he was highly qualified. He even went to art school. I don't know who he's talking about there. 65,000 Shades of Grey. Sounds erotic.
Yeah.
Well, have you seen this scientific image review? Have you seen that section?
Interdimensional Lizard has got it spot on. He said imaging specialist is like an interpretive artist, so it's interpretive dance for NASA.
Basically, yeah. So the scientific image review, right? This is what it says. For every image they create, STSCL's imaging specialists not only collaborate with their larger team of designers, but also with the scientists who led the observations.
The Jews at the James Webb Space take images and digitally alter them.
That are based on scientific research published in peer-reviewed journals. So it typically releases images that are based on scientific research published in peer-reviewed journals, right? Oh, so what comes first, chicken or the egg? Did the image come first, or the peer-review scientific research? Reviewing the images before they are finalized with these investigators is crucial and can lead to important changes. Scientists are often focused on how an image will be perceived and seek to ensure that the image supports and provides a visual explanation of their discoveries. So, how the image will be perceived? Well, if it's not perceived very well, we'll change it. As we say here, these important changes.
Let's make it look nicer.
Yeah. But I think that's the most telling bit, is like that it's based on peer-reviewed things.
Based on a true story.
How can it be based on peer-reviewed things if the images haven't been taken yet?
Because those images were like
Are you asking
around
questions,
billions
mate?
of years.
Stop asking questions.
Yeah. I
Those
don't get
images
that.
are around 1 billion years ago. It's just up to us to capture them.
Right, I see.
Interdimensional Lizard said we need the Mariana Spring telescope to set the record straight.
Let's start a GoFundMe for it.
Go fuck me, more like it.
Go fuck me. Can we sell that website? Go fuck
I think that website may already exist. Go fuck yourself.
The go fuck yourself, NASA.
Dear NASA clause, go fuck yourself.
NASA clause. So there we go. That's how they invent images.
Yep.
Yep.
That'll be $180 billion a year, please, taxpayer. Cough up.
That's the pyramid scheme.
Pyramid scheme. There's no sort of like middle management thing. It's the theft. It's the theft scheme. It's the get the fucking Joes to cough up for this.
Jim Marsh used to think it was just a black budget.
Yes, it is. But enough about hidden figures.
Oh, hold on.
Hey, yo, hold up. Is you be saying we is making images up and shit?
Yeah. Combining Webb's near and mid-infrared images. When combining two composite images, one featuring near infrared light from the near cam, and the other featuring mid-infrared light from the MIRI, our imaging specialists have
across
found
the Mersey.
that two approaches work. They can either layer the light from each camera along with the electromagnetic spectrum, starting with the near infrared light and working their way over to the longer.
This is why people are doing the touching up and not computers. Like the image should be the image, and there you go. That's the image. This is what the data tells us the image is, and that's the image.
But
instead, they've got they've got the wedding department putting a bit of extra blush on the woman's cheeks.
So they can layer them on top. The light, the closer one to the long range ones, or they can weave them together based on their individual filter color assignments, which means the colors are knitted together.
So I assume then, Hobbit, can they stick some sort of extra layer on this to go, this is what the official picture looks like? So they use those settings.
Literally, I could go to Google's Gemini AI right now and just say, show me a picture of an advanced alien species. And it's like, sure, here you go. And it's literally just Will Smith in a space suit.
Spaghetti.
Yeah.
You've seen the Will Smith spaghetti.
He loves that spaghetti, doesn't he? But he's doing it in space. And that's more truthful than whatever this fucking pile of fucking lies and wank is.
So it goes on, right? It goes on and says, however, when combining the near and mid-infrared images for the pillars of creation and the cosmic cliffs in the Canaria Nebula, a new tactic yielded a more effective, compelling composite. Our image processors wave the filters from near cam and mir together like threads in a woven blanket. This approach created images that capture attention and highlight the science.
I'm
That's
highlighting
the science.
It's not lies. I'm highlighting the science. It's coming right through us.
Science.
That sentence there is God.
The
I'm highlighting the
science.
science.
In the pillars of creation and the Carney Nebula, both near cam and mir filters were
science.
Cooler colours like purple and blue.
Color, science. You come and go.
Calm down,
yeah, right, okay. So it's not clear even to our staff which approach it is best until they combine Webb's near and mid. So they just mash it together, and then they're like, "Well, does that one work?" No, it doesn't.
Is that gonna look cool on a poster?
Yeah, basically.
Is that gonna look cool on a poster? Yeah, we'll go with that one then.
But remember, guys.
This is all real. This is science. These are facts.
It's the images, the created images that capture.
We truly are. We truly are in an age of lies, aren't we?
Can we get that on a T-shirt? Created images that highlight the science. Do people read these articles? Does anyone?
I don't think they do.
Obviously not. No. They probably say to them, look, you need to write something, make it somewhat believable, but don't waste all your day on it.
Yeah, but you got to remember the NPCs. They read this stuff, and that's the
Like,
that's the okay. They don't have the power of abstract thought, do they? To think about, to think about it in their head, take it apart, put it back together.
Yeah.
I think it's
rotate a three-dimensional image of an apple in the mind.
I think it's quite possible if you don't have abstract thought that you can make these things mesh in your head.
So yeah, that's it all right there. They're just
it's like Black Science Man, isn't it? He spouts all this bullshit because he doesn't have the abstract thought to be able to take all this.
No one can say why the ceiling bird chirps, but it does.
Just takes it and just runs with it, and then he puts out contradictory information, and they're just like, well,
booga booga.
Okay. Yeah, try it for yourself.
Why do the ceiling bird chirp?
Nobody knows. Not even the James Webb Telescope can find an answer to it. We're going to need more money for them space programs. We need an even more powerful telescope to find the answers as to why does the ceiling bird chirp.
We just live in an age where, if only you could stop thinking, all this stuff would be so much easier to get on with, wouldn't it?
Warning: thinking may be inimical to your health.
Yes. Yeah. Jeez. Yeah. So.
Are you thinking about it? Stop thinking about it.
If you do consider thinking about it, don't.
Stop thinking about it.
If at any point
about it, don't think about it.
Yeah, and then you'll be okay.
Yeah.
And if you think about thinking about it again, then don't think about it.
Don't think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's NASA.
And remember, if you have thoughts about thinking about it, please don't think about it.
Don't you think it's funny how you never actually get to NASA? It's like all the stuff around it is such bull that none of it makes sense. Even before you get anywhere near NASA, you don't need to get anywhere near NASA to.
The difficulty.
The organisation stinks.
The difficulty with NASA is you try and cover it, and it's like how many layers of bullshit are we on right now? So I don't know, 5 or 6. Oh, you're little baby, watch this. NASA's James Webb.
You're like little baby.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's like what's the thing where someone literally just throws stuff at you, just keeps pounding you with information until you just give up.
You mean Destiny's debate style?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. Yeah, you just pounded all this and as a layman, you're just like, well,
my wife's boyfriend.
Yeah. What is it? Oh, what's the thing? Oh, that's it.
My wife's boyfriend enjoys that.
You know how on the internet there's all this contradictory information? It's just thrown at you.
What?
And
people on the internet argue with one another.
Yeah, well, there's different sides, and there's all this information that contradicts itself, and then there's
But
so
why?
What that is, it's in psychology. What that's likely meant to do is make you trust authority more, right? Because you're confused. You've got all this, information. You don't know what to, make sense of.
Information overload.
Charlie Brooker spoke about this in a Screen Wipe.
Yeah.
Do you remember when Screen Wipe used to be a not bad program and his politics didn't overpower it all? Well, they did a little bit, but it was still.
Do you remember before he married Arshdeep's cousin sister?
Connie Hook.
Yeah.
But anyway, he spoke about this, and that's the
that
idea.
Name's as English as Smith and Jones is, Huck.
That's why they do the gaslighting, because eventually you don't know what to think because everything you're told contradicts it. It's like it's a spousal abuse method, isn't it? Like,
It's
It's
like, you know,
always been called
we're being
beijing.
spousally abused by our government.
Perfect example is science says that eating red meat is bad for you. Next week, science says that eating red meat is good for you.
Well, let's go for the low hanging fruit, like
Yeah.
the Daily Mail and its obsession with
Yeah.
red wine. Like
Red wine, that's it.
Yeah.
Red wine and eggs.
Yeah, red wine. It's like
Yeah,
it's like one week red wine's evil. It's gonna kill you. You have half a glass and you're done. And then the next
day, red wine can improve your sex life.
if you get drunk enough, you might find Connie Hook attractive.
With enough red wine, you'll end up fuckable lard ice like Mama Merkel.
All of it seems to me that all of this is basically just to like bamboozle you into just saying, "Well, I can't make up my mind. I'll just." Trust
It's literally blinding with bullshit. Like you're being, like you said, bamboozle is the right word. I like bullshit because I'm angry.
Oh, bamboozle! Do you remember bamboozle on teletext Hobbit?
Do you know how to cheat a bamboozle? Hey, it is a great cheat for a teletext game that doesn't exist anymore, kids. Right? So pay attention. What you do, right?
Is it call it a life hack or something, and you can get on.
Oh yeah, life hack, right? This life hacks. Here's how to cheat at bamboozle. What you do is when you press a button, you've got a few seconds before the next page loads. Now, 3 out of 4 of those pages will be game over. And the thing is, from the very first
game over,
and from the very first question, you'll probably encounter that game over thing. And from it, you'll be able to see page 519 is the game over.
Yeah.
So if you're pressing something, it takes you page 119. You know you're not going to get to the next page. You're just going to the game over thing. So what you do, as it's still loading, is you press any of the other 3 buttons until you see something that's not page 519. Now you've got the correct answer. And that is how you life hack # cheat at bamboozle.
But the other thing as well, I don't know if you noticed what the government do now, is they tell you one thing, and the report that you can download very easily, just going to yougov.gov or whatever, and you can read it, says the exact opposite of what they're saying.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's like, what is the term for that? Where they say one thing, but then they write it down. It's like, these 15 minutes
release the real thing, and then you also, and then the other part of it is like, oh yeah, you were right, which they release years later, like the certain.
Do you think when they? Oh, I was going to say, do you think it's one of those things where they say, "Well, we put it in the report, and you didn't read the report, so you obviously agreed to it because you didn't object to it when we in the planning phase." Yeah.
Well, we built this the hyperspace bypass. You could have gone to your local planning office.
Yeah, which was on Proxima Centauri. So why didn't you go there?
Blimey, thick and fast with the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy references tonight.
Might as well, because the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy never pretended it was authoritative truth.
Unlike the government.
Unlike NASA.
NASA.
You don't own space, NASA does.
NASA does. Of course they own it. It's their intellectual...
The Vogons do.
It's their intellectual property.
That's my intellectual property you're fucking with there, Goy.
They own space. They made the story up.
Yeah.
This is the problem. I mean, I suppose you could call it whataboutery, but the problem with NASA is that
they'd say a lot of bullshit.
There's so much bullshit surrounding it. You never get to the main event because you're like, well, all this other stuff, it doesn't make sense. And why did they LOL feed all the moon rocks to rats, rodents, cockroaches until they'd used it all up? And why did they give the moon rock to literally fucking anybody and everybody on Earth?
Except the University of Science.
Bits of moon rock episode of it.
Yeah, but that was the thing they were giving to the University of the Netherlands. LOL, it's just a bit of petrified wood, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a fake. You know, there's some like
the other one, they were giving it to like failed states and stuff, weren't they?
Yeah.
They didn't give a shit.
Did Malta have one or something? Was it Malta? I think has one.
Well,
or
that's not
something?
too
I
bad.
think-
Malta's a functioning country.
I think they
were giving
gave.
it to just like failed states and stuff like that. Like no.
I think they gave to some to South Africa, and they like was using it to prop up their wall somewhere, like the Rosetta Stone.
Was it? Were they like propping a door with a bit of it somewhere?
Oh, I think
Probably.
the door.
It's like, oh look, someone keep that door. Hey, that rock that's lying there, use that as a doorstop. It's just getting scraped against the floor over and over again.
I mean, they didn't even figure. Were they giving these moon rocks out before or after they worked out whether they killed cockroaches or not?
Fuck knows, mate. You tell
They
me.
did-
Because there's some
they did
guy
it
that's
after the
going
peer
around trying to
review.
collect all the moon rock back, isn't there?
Someone wrote a peer-reviewed paper first, and then they did it.
What, before like some geologists have a look at this, like it's all a fake.
Oh, let's do this one again because it is pretty funny. The U.S. Space Agency NASA recently announced that many of the moon
Who
rocks
owns
brought back
space?
to Earth from 2 Apollo space missions have gone missing. They were given as gifts to nations of the world. So what happened to them? Towards the end of the where is it? Which blah blah blah. Let's find. Right, there were 370 pieces gathered for this purpose from the 2 missions. 270 were given to nations of the world, and 100 to the 50 US states. But 184 of these are lost, stolen, or unaccounted for. 160
3 of
around
these
the
were
world,
given to the
24 in
elves,
the US.
wisest amongst all the races. 9 were given to man, the most greedy of all races.
Gaddafi's government were given 2 moon rocks. They're missing. Romania is missing its. Of course, Romania's missing it. It got fucking shoplifted, didn't it? Obviously.
No, it wasn't Romania that was given them. The moon rocks were given to Bulgaria, but then Romania was seen in the room with a pile of in an Adidas bag. And then Bulgaria's like, has anybody seen my moon rocks? And Romania was just like whistling an innocent gypsy tune.
What I did not, so he put an advert somewhere, placed an advert entitled Moon Rocks Wanted in USA Today. Well, I did not anticipate that a person with the real thing in the Honduras Goodwill Moon Rock would call me, he says. The rock which weighed 1.142 grams, was offered to Gut Hines, he's one of the blokes hunting it, for 5 million, the 3 million quid. He did not pay the money, but says the asking price was reasonable. These valuable rocks are not being protected as well as they could be.
Oh no, that sucks.
He says the only authorised sale of lunar material that he's aware of was 1993 when the Russian government sold material gathered from the Soviet Union's Luna 16 mission in Sotheby's.
Oh, and that's legal, is it?
Mr. Guthines says a woman in California allegedly tried to sell a moon rock online, and that attempts to sell Spain's and Cyprus's moon rocks have been well documented. Malta's is missing, Hobbit. I didn't know whether you knew that.
Yeah, Fraser mentioned it.
Yeah.
I didn't even know Malta had a moon rock.
Yeah.
I once
you.
offered 10 grand for the recovery. I know for certain this was an amateur thief as he took only the rocks and not the self-authenticating plaque.
I could just imagine the Maltese news would be like, Malta's moon rock has gone missing. Meanwhile, Fat Tony, who's on holiday in Sicily, was said, I don't know nothing about it. Which is unusual, as we didn't ask Fat Tony for comment at the time.
So they gave moon rocks to fucking Ceausescu.
Yeah. Well, when we say, like, reliable men, Ceausescu's a byword for reliability. You can trust me with the moon rocks. You can trust me with the crown jewels.
Then there's the mysterious tale of how, after a fire at an observatory in Dublin, Ireland's Apollo 11 moon rock ended up lying in a rubbish dump after apparently being thrown out with the rest of the debris.
Well, it's just another pile of rock. Who wants that?
Bigara. It's still there under a couple of tons of trash. That could definitely be worth over 5 million, they reckon.
Just a little bit of rock inside this, a bit of trash.
So far, they've helped to track down 77, including those that were given to the governors of the United States, the US states,
Brigade
Colorado,
77.
Missouri, and West Virginia.
Yeah.
They found Brigade 77's moon rock.
That's it. Good Times concedes he'll never be able to recover all of the missing moon rocks. Many are now in private collections, but says there are some he particularly wants back. Definitely the Malta moon rock. I'd really like to get that back, and the Romanian rock. If I go to Europe, I'll hunt that one down. I have a few ideas how I'll do that, and I love the story about the island moon rock. That pot of gold under a dump.
There's a pot of gold there, to be sure. Shabadagora.
Alphabet.
My name's
says,
to
"Don't
be
forget
sure."
the Babel fish.
Oh yeah. Don't forget to bring a towel.
Yeah, did you know it took me years to understand that joke about intergalactic travel when Ford Prefect says it's like being drunk? And Arthur Dent said, well, that's not so bad. You try telling that to a glass of water.
Yes.
It took me years to understand that joke.
Well, it's a bit like the door is a jar.
Yeah,
What?
it's not a
What?
jar, it's a door, but it's slightly open.
Yeah, the door is a jar. Is that like with the Matrix when they're trying to be all like clever and say like, there is no spoon? It's like the door is a jar.
Yeah. The door is a jar.
Merely realise that it's the door that you wish to open.
I'll see if there's anything. Check and explain histories and see if anything immediately grabs your mind. If not, we'll do it next week.
Don't want to.
Oh my god. Bizarre experiments. He's man eat raw chicken for 25 days straight.
No, Hemi, look, it's 25 past. Can we just say fuck off to the audience?
Go away now, as that Scottish man says.
Go away and come back next week.
Yes, when we'll have more for you on Fortean Words.
Dun dun dun.
Same time, but not the same.
Goodbye,
Not the
everyone.
same time. It'll probably be Thursday.
No.
Next week,
Thursday.
unless Hobbit has to go to the shops.
Let's face it, Marks and Spencer waits for no man.
Night all. Go.